Hey, Toa, let me come on board. Hey, Salakia. All praise to say how about Shimmy and Shaiba, Shimmer Kakodash. The blood and soul apostles and let's great mercy and salutation to the elect. Alright, this is the second camera coming on. This camera was kinda late. Hey Toa, let me come on board for the heads up, no sound. Alright? It's so playing up again. I can't retitle the video and I can't there's mess up with that audio. So Toa. What?
Yeah, the thing America great for is a hanging the goods. Because just the other day we were slaves. Even on the same island we were slaves. But who cares now? Because the white man say, well, Jesus say love everybody. But that's what the Bible say. The Bible say we are enemies forever. The Bible says certain men can come in this fold forever. The Bible says follow the laws and the commandments forever.
Can't.
But you people don't like wisdom. You like to be taught the right thing.
I'm a piece of fair. Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth and they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep the things that are written therein, for the time is at hand. Right? The Lord say, just what he said. The Lord said that we have enemies.
God.
The Lord said that he hates Esau.
God.
Right? The Lord said that the enemy is going to come in like a flood. He doesn't love everybody. He had chosen Israel and make them above all people. By what? How he did that? By giving them the law, statutes, and commandments, which, as you just said, we are to keep. 1 John chapter 5 verse 3 and 2 John verse 6.
Because if you look at it again, the men of the Most High of Hashem Yeshai, supposedly through the laws and commandments, those we keep, we are considered righteous men. But in order for you to have a righteous man, you have a wicked man too. But who is the wicked man today? The man who's against this, who may hate Esau, aka red man, white man, and all the rest of the heathens out there. Because why this wasn't given to all you? It was given unto us.
That's right.
You'll never get it.
This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
God.
Right? So who doing righteousness? The same men that they persecuted.
Yeah, God.
The same so-called black Hebrew Israelites. We don't identify with being black. Right? Because we come in different colors. We come as any nation underneath the sun. Right?
Why tell these black groups and them who out there in America who always banging on white police for shooting blacks or whatever, and you can't call them a nigger or all these other things. But you know, just by the using this black Hebrew Israelites identifying us now. When that treat us a racial thing that we did here, but nobody rising up for that one though. Yeah, because why? We out here in sackcloth teaching the right thing. They can label us a black Hebrew Israelite. But that's a, when you think about it, for racial and racialism, that's a racial thing there too.
And part of it, the scripture says that the serpent was more subtle than any beast in the garden. That's part of the subtlety. I have two precepts after you finish, man. Go ahead, you go ahead. No, see what I say.
I can't say that. Like the link with the black identity extremist group and them. Like Black Panthers and all of them things like that. And mind me, we don't be up on our pulpit.
Yeah, but Salakia, because our brother in the comment board said that he hated Esau, but told you to love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. But that's of the brotherhood. God. Right? That's of those of the common understanding. That's what I mean. Right? Or you gonna love a man who have a gun in your face? Right? That like these dumb J Christians that say no any that have Esau say no in the congregation. And he either might come and blast away and kill a whole heap of them. And then they turn around and say love your enemies. That's foolish. That's foolish. I know what the Lord's speaking about. You know? When the Lord speak about it in Matthew chapter 5 verse 44 and going down, right? He's speaking of those who are of the brotherhood. According to the scriptures in Zechariah 13 verse 8, right? 2/3 of the people have to be destroyed. God. The Lord said he's angry with the wicked every day. God. Right? He said he's angry with the wicked every day. He said every morning he bring forth what? Judgment. Right? So watch. If you're saying that's not what the verse says, tell me something, right? What if the Most High love them? Why he killing them? Why he persecuting them? Huh? You give me the reason why through precepts. Why is he persecuting them?
Because if you're gonna have to go to with what they say that they say they love everybody. Then the Bible line then. Because it's about a just balance. It can't only be about love alone. Because you don't only are good alone in this world. So you can just love everybody no matter what they do. That's going against the scripture.
Alright, so you're saying that our leader is a false prophet. Who's our leader? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is our leader. Right? So you're trying to say that the Lord is a false prophet? But we're reading from the book. We're not saying anything of our own heart. We're reading from the book. We have the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of understanding. You see? Because unless you have the milk, you can't understand the meat. Who is our leader? Right? This is Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Right? Who does that? Esau does that. Right? Esau does that. Hey, well, hey, if Apostle Taha is our leader, and if he's a false prophet, the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will prevail. Right? Because the Most High said, in Galatians chapter 6, what? Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever man sows, so shall he reap. Right? So, nevertheless, judgment doesn't belong to you. Right? Judgment belongs to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and the works goes on. Hey, I'm sure, I'm positive, right? Like if I was behind the computer right now, and I go on your page, you have no food, you have no work. Right? So all your scoffers like to do is scoff and point out men's fault. But where's your work? Where's your sacrifice? Where's your work upon the altar? Right?
So one up for that too. Because we're just talking about you. We're just talking about you.
Can't.
And it's true.
Can't.
You're saying we are not thank these scoffers at them.
That's right.
Because of them and what they're doing there now, we are able to know that this is the truth.
Can't.
Right? Because they ain't going against no pastor out there, pastor company, nobody have a comment on anything to do. Because in their eyes, everything they do righteous. But we stand up out here, just to the Lord and our church. And you find us something to talk about, so that actually means that we're doing something.
He said, what? Have you stoned him yet for his false year 2000 prophecy? Right? Apostle Taha broke that down. Right? He broke that down. Right? He said he knew that in the year 2000 the Lord was come back. According to the precepts, no man knew the minute nor the hour. Right? Somebody give me 2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 61.
So that's why you can't sleep at night. So now they study about what then come and will come. And that your big fall there. From that fool.
Verse 61 to 62. No, 61 to 63. Go ahead.
Ezra 8 verse 61. Yeah, and therefore is my judgment now at hand.
Yeah, my judgment is now at hand. Go ahead.
These things have I not showed unto all men.
Yeah, the Most High haven't shown it unto all men. Go ahead.
But unto thee and a few like thee.
Right, he showed it unto thee and a few like thee. Ezra was a prophet. Right? We're reading from the book of Ezra right now. Ezra's. Right? He was Ezra in the Bible. Right? But he's Ezra's in the Apocrypha. What's called in the Greek. Right? And the men that out here in the reincarnation through the Spirit, we are some of those men. Right? That we're reading about. Or reading from. Go ahead. He said these things. Read over 262.
These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee.
But unto thee and a few like thee. Apostle Taha said he knew that in the year 2000 the Lord wasn't going to come back. Right? That was the talk in the old school. Right? He said he knew. Right? He knew in his spirit, in his heart, that it was not going to happen. Because the Lord said, right, that no man know the day nor the hour. Go ahead.
Then answered I and said, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last time. But at what time thou hast not showed me?
Yeah, but at what time the Most High had not showed him? So no man know the day, the minute, nor the hour. Right? And that's, hey, as I was saying, it's Yapa, because all these things come to pass and what? Fulfill the word. We was giving thanks to the scoffers. Right? And what's the precept that came out? One of the first precepts I read, was what? Blessed is he that read it, Revelation 1 and 3. So if you read and you will know, the scripture said, let every man be persuaded in his own mind. We're not followers of men. We're not followers of cult of personality. Right? I'm not out here trying to impersonate Apostle Taha, Gabar, Ariam Lam, or a car. Right? I'm out here because I have faith that Yahweh Shimi Shai is going to come and deliver us from an impending danger. Right? Which I can see through the Spirit. Right? And all these other brothers out here, we can see the danger through the Spirit. Right? That's what a watchman does, what a shepherd does. A shepherd gonna see, he's gonna watch, he's gonna watch over the flock and look for the wolves, look for the foxes, look for the danger that can happen. Hey, King David fought off a lion. He killed a lion with his bare hands because the lion was coming at his sheep. Go ahead.
About the scripture, everything is set up for a point in time. Would tarry like wait. You gotta wait. But you know, you waiting. Because probably who knows he was part of this fall. And he fought short because of why? He saw that one thing then come to pass. But you people will get catching your pants down.
Yeah, the scripture says faith is a gift. And it wasn't given to all men. Right? It was given to the righteous from what? From the book. What?
Luke 6:26 says, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so did their fathers to the false prophets.
Yeah, so did their fathers to the false prophets. So to water. Yeah, to water. Hey, you're talking about Matthew 5:44. What about Matthew where it says, bless them that curse you and despitefully use you and hate you for righteousness' sake? To water. Barakatah. Do you understand?
Because what we have to keep on doing to these scoffers that I'm out there, there's a reason why you're on the page, not just to scoff to, but it's to learn. So when we teaching these scoffers the right thing also, you will learn.
Hey.
Who knows, he might change his ways later on.
Hey.
So we got to keep on coming against that with teachers.
You know, that was manifest with who? 14th Street Dairy Queen. 14th Street Israelite. He used to scoff hard, but all the time he's taking notes.
Yeah, God.
Right? And sarcastically asking questions and taking notes. But hey, guess what? Where the hell he is now? He off the map. 14th Street Dairy Queen. Where? He off the map. Right? Where's your works? Right? The scripture say is what? Is Proverbs 28. The wicked flee when no man pursue it, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Why not speaking now? Speak. Right? Where's your works? I can't go on your page now to see your works. Where's your sacrifice? Right? Where have you, what have you done on the altar for the Most High? Right? You're talking about how we stone your Apostle Taha as yet. Yo, you simple. This is Revelation 22 and verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Right? The scripture says, leave room for wrath. Vengeance belongeth unto Yahweh Shai. We're not out here to be no champions or no victors of any physical battle. We out here just to preach the word. The scripture says, when thou art converted, what teach? Right? Be instant, in season, out of season. Be apt to teach. Study thyself, approve. Right? Simple instructions. Your scoffer simple. In other words, you're stupid. The scripture said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because why? Because they reject knowledge. Right? You learn one simple little thing like the year 2000 prophecy. Take you out of the truth. The scripture said, let no man take thy crown. Not an angel, not anybody. Don't let anybody take your crown.
Well, why don't rise up against Esau with the 2000 millennium bug? Why don't rise up against Esau at that point?
Under the 2019 prophecy. What I had last year.
Yeah.
That we go and be delivered the 400-year prophecy. Come to that. And you know what? It's not what happened, but I was a big thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well big,
everybody, yeah. The brother Mike Carla, he did a video, on all years, right? Basically saying, yo, it's 15 hours to go, right? So 15 hours to go. Let's see. We had to go into Jacob's trouble, right? We had to be put to death. Some of you had to go to jail for 10 days. All these different things had to happen in 15 hours before Yahweh Shai come. We had our World War III, right? Why you only speaking about that? Deuteronomy 23 and 7 and 8 states the children of Esau will enter the congregation in their third. Gosh. Yeah. Go ahead. All our precepts.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 3.
fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
God.
Because really, actually, every man has been manifested by what he do and what he say too. He just manifesting who he is right now. But we manifesting who he is right now too. We prophets of the Most High of our generation. Because we out here prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom.
That's right.
We prophesy that hey, the Lord has a commandment was given unto Israel. And we prophesy it. And we prophesy that two days that Israel had died. But what you doing, you prophesy as a scoffer.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 12. Though a sinner do evil and humble it, 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. It says, verse 13, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High.
If I may say this now, that you're talking about Apostle Tahar. Let's see Apostle Tahar, where they prophesy or say they come to pass, where your position will be, where you will be at right now, that will be hunting you. Let's go. Think about it.
He say, why not dealing with the verse? Why go on to something else? Because you don't understand it. The scripture say, argue with a fool, you become a fool. Right? But for edification's sake, Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 7. Right? I'm on. Right? Yeah, but there, right? What?
It's Titus chapter 3 and verse 9. Avoid foolish questions and genealogy and contention and striving about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain.
Right? You have data on that phone now? Alright, that data, right? You have if the offline Bible components like the Strong's without. Right. So this is the scripture that he want to get that explanation, right? This is Deuteronomy 23. Somebody's going to read it. Deuteronomy 23 and 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in their third generation. Alright? So we had to look up certain words. Alright? Will you have it? Okay. Deuteronomy 23, 7 and 8. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, right? For he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land, right? So the first word I have to look up is abhor, right? And then the second word I want you to look up is Edomite, right? Let's teach this scoffer what the scripture means, right?
This is the book of Proverbs 3 and verse 7. It says, be not wise in thine own eyes, fear Yahweh and depart from evil. Verse 12, chapter 12 and 15 say, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
Alright, alright, anybody get the meaning of the word abhor and the meaning of the word Edomite?
We're going to do something abhor. Goes back to age 85, 81. Tawab means a primitive root to loat, that is morally detest, make to be, abhor, read, be, commit, more do, abominable, utterly, abominably, abhor, utterly.
Right, so thou shalt not detest an Edomite. Look up the word Edomite.
From age 130, Syria.
A what?
Assyria.
Assyrian. The word Edomite there represents a what? Assyrian, and not Edomite, because Jacob's wife Rachel, right, was the sister of Laban, who the Assyrian, right? But what? They were, if I'm not mistaken, they were Israelites dwelling in the land of Padanaram, if I'm not mistaken, right? But it goes back to what? Israelites, right? That dwell in the land of Assyria, right? It's not Edomites. You have to go into the root of the word, right? What it says, what? H130 is a clerical error for H726, because that's a lie. H726 is a clerical error for H130. You have it backwards. You're reading it. You say H130 is a clerical error for H726. Hey, you have to understand also that the enemy, they're not gonna outright give you everything. You're gonna put stumbling blocks within the book. You have to be through the spirit. You have to be what? Wise.
The one that love you so.
Yeah.
And I was now coming into the truth, and when I see that scripture, I kind of stop. But fuck it, just easy to make something out of me. 10 years ago, easy to make out of me. It's like, because explain to me. Because easy to make something here. But you can't want to love me so. They want to love me so. Let's talk about it. Like, the reason they try to say that we can hear people. How do you say? I say this. But when I come to Pastor, in Obadiah chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 8 to 9.
And the prophecy concerning Edomites, right?
Verse 8 to 10. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord Yahweh Shai, even destroy the wise man out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau, and thy mighty men, O Seaman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one out of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob shall shame cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Thou shalt be what?
Cut off forever.
Right? Going to hey, if anybody can pull that scripture up and look up the word forever. Right?
Read and understand.
And he said he will post a video that proves his claim beyond a shadow of a doubt. You do what you ought to do, man. You do what you ought to do. Right? You look it up. Look up forever in that scripture.
Obadiah 1 and verse 10. Obadiah 1 and verse 10. Forever.
This is Micah. Alright, when they finish. Get that point.
Forever. Yeah, God.
Hey, where you going? Where you going? We ain't going nowhere. Come out of her. You come out of her. Bring it. Hey, the prophecy says Esau going to be destroyed forever. Let's hear if that forever has a time limit. Let's hear if after the third and fourth generation they're going to come back. They're not going to come back. You get it there yet?
I walam in the Hebrew from Strong's H 5769. Ever, everlasting.
Everlasting.
Perpetual. Evermore. Never. Will. Always. Long duration. Perpetuity. Forever.
Forever? Go ahead.
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire. And the house of Joseph a flame.
A what?
And the house of Joseph a flame. And the house of Esau for stubble.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them.
Micah 4, 11 to 13.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
There shall be not any remaining of the house of Esau.
For the Lord Yahweh had spoken it.
So after they be destroyed, right, the majority of the Edomites, because who's going to be saved? The elect of the Edom, not the elect, sorry, the Illuminati, the illuminated, the elites of the Edomites. Because they're going to be in the underwater retreats, the underground bunkers, and the outer space retreats, right? They're going to be the first batch of slaves, and then they're going to come back in generation and reincarnation, right? And slave slavery double time. Because the scripture says, render unto them double. They have to drink of the cup, right? So they're going to come back. All their generations going to come back 2 times, right? 2 times they're going to experience that slavery, double, right? And then after that, they're going to be rounded up and burnt to be cast out forever, right? Hey, what's going to happen to their spirit after is up to the Lord. We know in part, we prophesy in part, right? Somebody on Micah 4 verse 11. What?
Micah chapter 4 verse 11 says, now also many nations are gathered against you and say, let her be defied, let our eye look upon Zion.
Right, so what? The race was coming, right? And you see them trying to take us out because why? Because the spirit of Yahweh Shai has been revamped through what? The prophets. And the more we speak and we teach, as the more prophecies come to pass. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Right? So that is why it's important to what? Push this word. Go ahead.
It says, but they know not the thoughts of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, neither understand his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the flock. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thy horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass. Thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
Alright. So Israel going to do valiantly. We're going to beat in pieces these heathens, and we're going to take all their wealth. Right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. It says, for I will raise up against them, said Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, said Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bitten and the pools of water, and I will sweep it with the
basically going into the Most High, cutting off Edom. As when I was saying that after 1,000 years of slavery, after serving that time, because scripture said they won't go unpunished. The nation who wasn't to drink, they have drunken of it, which is us. We went through hardcore slavery, and that cup is going to be taken and passed to these Edomites.
In Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10, he that liveth neither to the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And many of these Edomites today, they're offended by this very said scripture. They're offended because every time they come up, we bring it out for them. It cut them. The true terror to the Edomites is the scriptures. And like the Most High's word that says Esau going into slavery, we didn't come up with that on our own. The Most High declared it.
If I may say this real quick, all you Edomite defenders, so all you want to defend Esau so much now, because men of the Lord shall rise up now and talking against his folly, talking against his wickedness. But what about when he had us in slavery and when he was doing us all sorts of wickedness? Why are you talking about that? Why not what we here defending our birthright and inheritance will come in the kingdom to come? You all have a problem with it?
He says, Genesis 22 and 18, and in all I see shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Brother, that scripture is speaking about the righteous being in authority. Right? This is Proverbs 29 and verse 2. And when the righteous are in authority, the people will rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. So who is the wicked? Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So we are sure we can commonly agree that the wicked is Esau, because they're saying shalom, right? You know, so I identify that there's an Israelite, I'm guessing, right? But the other identify who is the wicked. The wicked is Esau. Now, when the Lord comes, the Lord is going to receive his inheritance. One of the Lord's inheritance, or the main inheritance, is what? The earth, right? The earth. That's that's one of his main inheritance. Our next inheritance is what? The nation of Israel, right? Starting with the elect, right? Now, he's not going to be joint heir. He said the elect going to be joint heirs with him, but he's not going to be joint heir with what? The wicked, right? The wicked, their purpose was sold to be wicked. Anybody can get that from in Surah? One is something, yeah, 2 against 2, evil against good. You know, get off of it, because we're not gonna have in the righteous kingdom. So right now we living in our wicked kingdom. In our righteous kingdom, we're not gonna have need for wickedness. Right? In our righteous kingdom, according to Psalms chapter 2 or Psalms chapter 1, Salakia, we're gonna because immortality is promised to what? The elect and also the nation of Israel, because the nation of Israel is gonna come through the loins of the elect, right? Right. Immortality, perfection is given unto them. We're not gonna go off, because the Lord is gonna be sown in our hearts. We're no longer gonna have a stony, rebellious heart, but we're gonna have a fleshy, acceptive heart. We're gonna be reprogrammed, right? But the other nations are not going to have that. So we're going to rule over the other nations. But the chief seat of wickedness belongs to who? Esau. They were created to be the wicked. Go ahead, Ab. Yeah.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 13, it says, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render them as liketh him best.
Right, so the potter is Yahweh. Right? And he made 2 nations, because the whole script, this whole book is narrated about 2 main characters, right? It's like you had in Young and Restless, you had Victor Newman and Jack Abbott, right? It's about the good and the bad, right? The good and the bad. Who is the good? Jacob is the seed of the good, right? And Esau is the seed of the wicked. Go ahead.
Verse 14, good is set against evil.
Good is what? Set against evil.
And life against death.
And life against death. Esau is death. Somebody go to Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. Or he increased his desire. If it's not 3, if it might be 5. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 or 5.
Habakkuk chapter 2. And verse Isaiah's death?
Yeah.
Right, 5.
Verse 5, right.
It says, Habakkuk 2:5. It says, he also, because he transgressed by wine.
He transgressed by wine. Who transgressed by wine? Esau, right? His philosophy, his doctrine. Being a wicked man, he says what? Man can be with man, woman can be with woman, lesbian, bestiality, right? Feminism. Destroy the whole structure that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai set up in the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? That is wine. Right? That is wicked. That is wicked for you. Right? He increased his desire by what?
He says, yeah, because he transgressed by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
He enlarges his desire. His true heart's desire is as hell and as death, because what? He's a covetous man, right? So he gathered all nations and all men unto himself, right? And he's every man but himself. We're not going to have need for that man in the kingdom of heaven. The Most High going to, he has no need for wickedness.
I don't think everywhere Esau goes, death he does carry.
Yeah.
Every nation or every island he set down on is only death he does bring.
Right. So if you was to examine the characteristics of Jacob, right? Jacob is what the scripture said he was cool, dwelling in tents. When you go back to Genesis 25 and 25 go on now, or 21 go on now, right? Jacob was cool, dwelling in tents. But Esau was a cunning hunter. It's funny that they use the word cunning right there, which is synonymous with the word subtle, which is synonymous with crafty, which is synonymous with shrewd and sly and all these different things. This is the wicked, right? Continue to read yours and Sarah.
So Act 33 and verse 14 again, it says, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and they are two and two, one against another.
They are one against another. But in the kingdom of heaven, what is promised? Go to Psalm chapter 1. Psalm chapter 1.
It is the Lord that has put it thereof.
Can you bring that too?
The world and that's Psalm chapter 1. Yeah, that's it. It is the Lord that has put it thereof.
Come, so be on board. Psalm chapter 2.
Psalm chapter 2 and verse 8, it says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Right, so the Most High said you can give us the heathen for what? An inheritance. Right? And the uttermost parts of the world. Right? So the whole earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, as Marcus quoted. Right?
Verse 9, but thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
We're going to break them with a rod of iron. What are we going to do? We're going to break the will. We're going to humble them. Right? Just like how we are being humbled right now through the Spirit, the elect. Right? The hopefully elect. We're being humbled. We're being tried. We're being persecuted. We're being put through the fire. Right? To be humble, to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because He is the only Savior, the only deliverer. You're not going to be able to turn to the army. You're not going to be able to even pick up a gun or a knife to defend yourself. We've been humble to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the elect. Right? The scripture says that we're going to be what? Tried through the affliction. We're going to be purified through the affliction. Right? But that affliction, He said we're going to be distilled. Right? We're going to be like fine gold. Right? You're going to remove that dross. Right? How you going to remove? How do you remove dross from gold? You heat it up. Right? You purify it. But how to distill? He said my Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 2. He says doctrine going to be like what the Jew did. Somebody get that for me really quick. You can keep your precepts. I hold the precepts. I'll read it. Oh yeah. Go ahead. If you have Deuteronomy 32 and 2.
Deuteronomy 32
and 2.
And 2. And it reads, my doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall drizzle as the dew. No. My speech shall what? Shall distill as the dew. As the small rain upon the tender herb. And as the showers upon the grass.
And as the showers upon the grass. Right? Now, so when it distills something, you heat it up. Right? It passes through a cooling coil and it condenses, and what comes out is what? Concentrated liquor. Right? And that's what's happening with the elect. Right? So that they're going to be, we're being made pure before the Lord comes, because the scripture in Revelation says what? They're going to be made white. They're going to be presented white, which represents purity before the Lord. Right? So we're going to be them chaste virgins before the Lord, putting our trust in our Lord. Right? Like a woman, she depends on a man for what? Security. We depending upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai for security in our day. Right? He said, my servants will eat. Right? My servants will eat. We're going to eat in the time of famine. Right? And we're also going to be delivered in the time of what? World War III, when the missiles shut off. Right? But when the kingdom comes, these heathens, right? The heathens that remain, because not all these heathens are going to be put to death. The heathens that remain, right? They're going to be what? Slaves. They're going to be in subjection. And guess what? They're going to be beat into humility. Right? So who's reading Psalms 2?
Psalms chapter 2, continuing at verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
Yeah, because we have the Moabites who want to eat rat, cat, dog, cockroach. centipede. They have a thing that looking like a balls and a penis. I see that they have this fucking weirdo Moabite girl. She just be on the app TikTok eating all kind of creatures. Any kind of creature she eating, and she eating them live. You understand? Remember that asshole girl, the Moabite who's eating the octopus, and stick on her face and sort of suck out, you know? Right? So we're gonna have to beat that wickedness out of them. Right? But it's just so that they'll be clean. Right? So that it'll be right. And then hey, guess what? If they don't do righteousness and come and give their offering and their tribute unto Israel, right? The Lord said He's gonna bring famine in the land. It's really not gonna have any use for Esau. Esau was just pure wickedness in the earth. What?
It says, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. But be wise now therefore, O ye king. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord in fear and rejoice with trembling. To us.
What? Yeah, speak. You can let us.
Us as the kings, true rulers of the earth of the scripture, calls us what Israel. Our forefathers' name was changed from Jacob to Israel, which means princes of the power. Alright, so the true kings or the true rulers of this earth is us. Alright, and the scripture warns us to be wise. Alright, don't allow these heathen nations, don't be seduced by these heathen nations, customs and philosophies. Don't join the Islam, don't join the Christianity to worship the white Jesus. Don't serve the woman, don't go into the Egyptology madness. But be wise, come back to your laws, commandments and statutes, which is the wisdom Deuteronomy 4. But this is your wisdom in the sight of the nations. And when it is we come back to our power, as the scripture says, if you humble yourself, 2 Chronicles 7:14, and seek the Most High face, you will hear from heaven and hear land. You will put things back in that rightful order. Alright, where we're going to be true rulers and these heathen nations, they're going to be the servants. You know, you're going to break that yoke that is on our necks.
Hey, that yoke, that mental yoke, right? There's a mental or spiritual yoke. It's your loving Esau. I want Esau to be part of the kingdom. That's a yoke. That's Stockholm syndrome. And it's so ironic that in Stockholm, it's what Switzerland, in Germany, but they're nah, I think it's Sweden or Switzerland, because they are the pioneers in the chip. They reach the furthest with the chip technology. Stockholm, when they look it up, they reach the furthest. Sweden, right? Where they're traveling in the train and they're done away totally with cash, right? It's Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden, right? You're suffering from Stockholm syndrome and Stockholm, Sweden. They right now is the pioneers in what the RFID chip technology, which is the mark of the beast. You see? So the Most High the Most High laughing because we find it funny. Y'all asleep, you know? You're calling Apostle Taha a false prophet. Your teachers are the false prophets, right? What's your take on the mark of the beast? What is the mark of the beast? Apostle Taha was the one who brought out through the Holy Spirit the Ruach HaKodesh, right? He was the one that brought out that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. That wasn't taught in the old school. That wasn't taught in the old school. You're saying get out of her. You're saying come out of her, my brothers, right? In the old school they was teaching what they take a plane. They're saying to get a passport, brothers, get a passport and get out of America. Come on, man, y'all are jokes. Through the spirit, y'all have to humble yourself to the order, the hierarchy that the Most High set up, right? The government, the true government, right? It really, Apostle Taha, Gaba, Ariamla, and the men, Raka, and the men, the elders at Great Millstone, we have the 100% truth, right? Esau has no part and parcel to play in our kingdom. After they build the kingdom, and there's master masons, and there's masons, they have 33 degrees masons, and so on and so forth. They were the ones who was dwelling in Mount Saint and Petra, right? They're the ones who carve out the rock. They're the ones who like to make what the high places. This what is scripture in Malachi. Wow, this is Malachi 1. They're gonna come out of the desolate places. Let me see if I get it real quick. Malachi chapter 1. Yeah. That's all. Yeah. You have some. If you have something, you can go ahead.
Can I know what if you have something?
Alright, I'm gonna bring on our Malachi. Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. Now, I'm going to read verse 3 and 4. I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. Forever. You see? So the Lord had indignation, which is righteous anger against them forever. Why the hell would he bring them in his peaceful kingdom? You understand? After 1,000 years, they're going to be rounded up and burnt. Right? Your scoffers don't know what time it is, man. You're joking. Go ahead with your precept.
Book of Numbers chapter 20 and verse 14. It says, and Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus saith thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that hath befallen us. How our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time. And the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And when we cried unto Yahweh, he heard our voice, and sent an angel, and had brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy borders. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields, nor through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders. And Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword.
Who said that? Edom. That is if they say for 3 transgression, even 4, Amos 1 and 11, they had what? They had I'll get Phil.
He said, hey, he's your brother. Let your brother pass through your land. And the fight his own brother, so?
Yeah.
Let your brother pass through your land. That right there, at that moment, he was no longer brothers.
The scripture said they broke the brotherly covenant. Right? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. It's Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, thus say the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4. Even when Jacob was returning from his father-in-law's place, he had also passed Esau. He sent forth the whole train before him, right? So that even if you take what he said, he gave them a message. He said, tell them that this your brother Jacob. You understand? And you know, so even he gave him a gift. It come like a peace offering. You understand? Right? And even that goes to show that we is Jacob, because the Lord said, when a man will serve the Lord, please the Lord, even his enemies will be at peace with him. And Esau is our enemy, right? And Esau didn't do him anything, but Esau was prepared to what? Esau was out there was to kill him. Because what? Genesis 27 and 40 say what? When the days of mourning would pass, he would seek to kill his brother Jacob. Right? The mourning for his father. Go ahead,
He's in the book of Genesis 32 and verse 6. It says, and the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed. Now your brother. But Jacob know the man. It says, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks, and the herds, and camels into 2 bands. And said, if Esau come to the one company and smite him, then the other company which is left shall escape. And Jacob said, O power of my father Abraham, O power of my father Isaac, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which saidest unto me, return unto thy country, unto thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all thy mercies and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am become 2 bands. Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the children. But thy brother, But brother, you know, let's do them things. Brother, let's forgive brothers.
Turn.
But Esau, hey, even before Father Jacob know this man is a fucking nigga from the start. He is a nigga. He's the father of the devil. Your own brother afraid to even pass by you because he afraid this man might kill me. Go and kill me and the whole family. That's the kind of man you is. You no brother to me Esau, you're no uncle to me. The Jacob train either. No uncle.
Alright, go ahead now.
Ezekiel 25 verse 12. He said, thus said the Lord God, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. He said, therefore, thus said the Lord God, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast.
You will do what? You will cut off man and beast. Go ahead.
And I will lay it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord Jehovah Basham Yahweh.
Come on.
Scripture in Jeremiah 30 verse 16. Say, therefore, all they that have devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Therefore, I will restore health unto thee, said Israel, and I will heal thee from thy wounds, said the Lord, because they have called thee an outcast, saying, this Zion with no man seeketh after.
Alright, so that's the destiny of Esau and Edom. Go ahead.
It says back in Amos 20 verse 19, and the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only without doing anything else, go through on my feet. You
see, so become reasonable. We just want to pass. We don't want nothing out of your land. We don't even want the dust out of your land. We don't even want your water. Right? If we have to take anything, you're going to pay for it. Become reasonable. But what Esau say?
It says, and he said, which is Esau, thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage.
But I thought we are the violent ones. We are the hateful ones. I thought we are the ones that what is hate speech and what the Southern Poverty Law Center say we are? The Black Hebrew Israelites. What do you call it? We are
the extremists.
We are extremists, we violent. You understand? When all you're getting is edification out here. Right? I thought we are the people. When Esau from foundations. Who is this? Look from foundation, look where it is. Look where it is from foundations. He come out with an army against us.
Why we don't just go back to slavery and let me talk about who violent, no? Let me talk about who is an extremist and who is a terrorist in this world, no?
Yeah.
Let me go back and talk about slavery now, no?
Yeah, you see, Esau has been, hey, I just always say, to the spirit, it's like you're putting a mirror in front of them and shining a light, and they don't like what they're seeing. They don't like what they're seeing. They're like a vampire. Rah! An ugly boy. You understand? They don't like the spirit, because he's a violent and hateful man. Not Jacob. Not Jacob. And hey, guess what? Jacob, because they have flavor, because they are a creative bunch, and the former all things. Right? They taught Jacob wickedness and they get more creative. So you have Edomites coming out and saying, yo, there was an Edomite that had a documentary or whatever it was, and he's saying that, yo, he went to them and saying, let me promote this, let me promote that type of music, and they're saying like, nah, you can't promote that music. But then when he said, hey, let me promote rap and murderous music, he said, all right, well, here was the producers, the people who was in charge, the Jews, was like, all right, I listen in, right? So who you're marking it to, and who's going to be singing it, right? Once it's black for blacks, we cool with that, right? So they're pushing ahead that black on black crime thing, but more or less is that They're pushing that energy that we will destroy one another. They want us to destroy one another. Right? That's what they're promoting. That's what they're paying millions for. Fetty Wap, and Young Boozy, and all these assholes, and them, I don't even know them because I don't fucking listen to them. You understand? All these rappers and things like out there. Them having million, Lil Wayne, Drake, Rick, all them having money for because they're destroying our people. That's what they're paying for. Right? So the scripture says Esau was what? Cunning hunting, the most cunning beast in the field. So like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was watching that thing when these white folks on our show, when they're making movies, they tell them they go by the Negroes and tell them when they have backwards, pull their pants at the bottom, and they are practice to talk a certain way, like if they're talking, and that now feed the people and people are not mind feed off of that. So when you watch, they want to look and talk just like these people are not.
Right, because no, what they do, they make us that gaze and stuck. The scripture say, all they that pass by thee shall hiss and wag the head of thee. And these people, you call your monument. You understand? That's how they make us what? That Proverbs and that byword. You have to hold on there.
It says, thus Edom, verse 21, thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border. Wherefore Israel turned away from him.
Israel turned away from him. You understand? And we pass the whole way around. You understand?
And we turned me back from him. He turned me back on him. He said, hey, you and we no longer are dealing with each other. So yeah. You fuck up thing on here. Hands up, don't shit it.
This is Zechariah 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Alright?
So that, hey, so know that you go back to this, Psalms 83. Right? And who's the first perpetrator in Psalms 83? Esau, Edom. Alright? That's all the nations that was confederate against us to keep us from being our people. That's why when they have them tour buses in LA and them tour buses in New York, right? They go wrong at Compton in LA, Long Beach. Yeah, that's where them niggas are. That's the people. That's the ones that the Lord called his chosen, his monument, his prayers. That's them. Niggas killing niggas over what? Over colors, blue and red, right? Same thing in Brooklyn. Wrong. You understand? It's the same thing. We have that gaze and stuff. We have that mocking. Right? We that proverb and that byword. Right? What?
Yeah. See, yeah, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in the holes, and the tongue shall consume away in the mouth.
49. And so
that's why the Lord say, hey, all the people that move fight against Jerusalem, say your flesh will dissolve while you stand on your feet.
Sarah O'Connor shit.
Yeah.
Sarah O'Connor shit. We had the sign on the ground, but I can't lift it up. Alright, but we had the sign somewhere here. The only thing I can do that is what the missiles. You know, so like here last night, at the beginning of the Sabbath, look at over here. At the beginning of the Sabbath, I was going into a documentary on the bomb, right? Who knows this name? Oppenheimer? Yeah. Right. He's supposed to be one of the elites too. Guess what? He was also a scientist that created the bomb. Right? The atomic bomb. He's one of the scientists that created it. He's one of the lead scientists. And it happened through the spirit. Because the army general, right? We had two wars just going on. They had a war, World War II in Germany against Hitler and them, right? And they had a war in Japan, right? When Japan had when Japan had sent the Kamasaki, that's all. Kamikaze. The suicide bombers, right? They're flying the plane, Kamikaze, Yeah, they fly the plane straight in and they would just die with it. They wasn't pulling no parachute. They had no ejector seat. They was just flying the plane and just killing it for the motherland, for Japan, right? Now, America was in them 2 wars and they needed to get something to win the wars, right? You know what they did? They started to do R&D on creating this bomb because a physicist, I can't remember who was the physicist, but I think it was a woman, right? I think it was a woman. They was sending boy, she ended up breaking, splitting the atom. She or he ended up splitting the atom. If she didn't do it, she reported it. I think she reported it. I can't remember who's the physicist who did it, but she reported it. So that's why they have like a journal amongst doctors and amongst scientists, right? They share that information. And it was evident to Oppenheimer and some others that, yo, they needed to get this bomb. They needed to use it and they wanted to create this bomb. And with that bomb, that would have given them the advantage in the wars. Right? Oppenheimer and this general, this US general, Edomite. Now the Most High had that spirit on him. When he was relentless. They actually count out the days he make shit happen. He makes shit happen in days. He built factories and shit in weeks, months, to create different parts, different things to make bombs. They spent over $12 billion. Right? They spent $12 billion. They set up different cities. They went in the middle of nowhere and set up a fucking village. Over 12,000 people because they was just bringing in scientists and workers. They make labs, different labs to make the nuclear fuel from uranium, and labs to harvest plutonium. They make 2 bombs. It's 2. That fat boy and that little boy and that fat man was 2 different type of fuels. One was uranium and one was plutonium. You understand? Fat boy and little man, or little boy and fat man. You understand? But the point of it was, when I was watching it, the morning when they were supposed to test the first bomb, rain was falling the whole night. What the scripture says in Psalm 104, the Lord making what? He clothes his chariots. The Most High was actually with them. The Most High was with them in creating that. They say whole night rain was falling. That general was like, nah, we're going to do that test no matter what. Rain, sun, sleet, snow, we're going to do that test. We're going to drop that bomb. And they dropped the bomb. You understand? And the bomb worked. And then they started manufacturing, and started to do more tests and started to record more and they started to get bigger. Right? The atomic bomb to the nuclear bomb. Right? The difference is that they have the hydrogen in the nuclear bomb makes it what a thermonuclear device now. Heat, the amount of heat and destruction, the blast bigger. And they started to go up in bomb blast. But I mean, what I got from the whole thing was when I saw that rain, when they talk about the clouds, man, that scripture just came to my mind straight, boy. The Lord made clouds his chariot. The Lord was with them to create that shit, to create that bomb. And who is the man? Edomites. It's Edomites. That's in hell.
Hey, that was part that you so blessed too.
Yeah, the Lord said what? I created a smith and the waster to what? Destroy.
But when Esau was crying to his father, he said, Father, please bless me. Now his father did. His father say, by the sword, you know, he will live. And the book of Revelation talk about, you know, the red horse rider was given a great sword. You understand? So that great sword is
that red horse and his rider, also the pale horse is Esau and Edom. You know, like that dude that we cut in Grandy on Saturday, right? But he's saying that what the horse is a literal horse. These people, they're simple. Yeah, even Margaret Sanger, she was the founder of what? Planned Parenthood, right? Which is eugenics, genocide against the Israelites. She said what? She called herself, she said, we are the pale horse. Look, watch the documentary on Margaret Sanger. She said, we are the pale horse. Yeah.
significantly they are the red horse.
Definitely. Hey, horse represents power. The Most High give them that power. He blessed, as the brother was saying in Isaiah, he blessed them with his sword.
The red horse is going to be destroyed by the pale horse. Because the final part of the pale horse is the nuclear missiles, Zechariah 14 and 12. As they read, this is the plague wherewith they shall destroy that fort against Jerusalem. The flesh shall consume away. You know?
That is real intense. So, hey, when that bomb explodes, the hydrogen and oxygen in the air, they can make it explode, and that is going to be a rhythm. You understand? So as more power you can push, as more power you can push, you're going to have a great chain reaction and hydrogen and oxygen being exploded in the air. When they call it a plasma, create something like a plasma. Our plasma is intense heat. Now when the Lord say that the flesh will melt away while they're running, that breeze ball whoosh. The gases in the air. The gases in the air. Hydrogen and oxygen. When they create that they explode. When they create it to mix with the gases in the air. They create that explosion and the atoms that spread. So as far as the air goes, it's as far as it will spread. Then when it's under charge, what you call it? Nuclear fusion.
Fission. That's the splitting of the atom. They fire the protons are the uranium, and they split the atom. That's what the woman described it as fission in her journal, right? In the documentary. So like I thought a precept you know something.
When she began to speak.
That's something to say that. I see put your hand up there. That's something to say?
When that woman began to speak, the things that she began to speak, you can only hear the scriptures coming out.
Which one, Margaret Sanger or the nuclear woman?
The woman that said they are the pale horse.
Oh, the Margaret Sanger.
Yeah. She spoke prophetically, like the scriptures, like they read the scriptures. I say, but like, does someone know the scriptures or what?
So that way scripture say for thou art wiser than Daniel.
Daniel, yeah.
Hey, them research everything. Them know that them even know who they was going for slavery. You understand? They know.
They know why they didn't want certain people to read the scriptures, because they're going to figure out that they
wake up.
In the scriptures that they're talking about. They know that people know the higher elites. We're talking about them beyond them who don't know nothing. The higher elites, they know who they are in the scriptures, and they know who the so-called Negroes is in the scriptures also.
That is why they're having incest. The fucking the sister and all kind of thing to keep the money in the family.
Alright, just so before you go too far, off topic, Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49. Verse 6, 7, sorry.
Is in the Catholic Church are the original Bible locked away?
Can't. Yeah, the Pope reads from a 1611, or probably a Bible that has more books than anything, because they have all the copies. The Bible is success group come out.
What the prologue saying here is very true. In Hebrew words, it means more than what the English words. So sometimes when somebody come up and say, hey, Hebrew is the real thing, it's true. Hebrew is no such thing as God love everybody. It's different.
Hey, even if it's a really Hebrew, no one will make it. If it's a really Hebrew, no one will make it, because he's talking about the children of Israel. When they go into the children of Israel, it's Banyam. Ban or Banyam. You understand? Sons. Can't. What? Yeah, I'll go and read something there for me.
Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shai of hosts, his wisdom no more in Teman.
What?
His counsel perished from the prudent.
Right? You're no longer wise. Teman was what? Go back to the Germans. They created the they helped create the bomb. Oppenheimer, I think, was German, and they had a next one that was there, but he was a spy. Right? They had an American, and they had a German that was there that was spies and was given the Russians, right? And even Stalin was Russian, right? He was given Stalin and them, yeah, because when President Truman was across there and he went and meet, President Truman was American. When he went and meet with yeah. So like yeah. So when Truman he was across there with Stalin, and there was meeting, and he telling them he was waiting to bust like to pull out an ace in the hole, like he had a big S to drop, right? They were testing that bomb back in America, right? But guess what? When they test the bomb and the bomb was working, right? And he tells Stalin didn't show he didn't show no face. Stalin was normal. So he's like, where's that one? Stalin had no reaction because what? They had German spies. Right? They had spies. They had German and American spies that was reporting back to them. So they knew that America had the bomb. Right? But what? They were the scientists. The spit that created the waste stuff to destroy. They're the Germans. The German scientists. Right? So the scripture say has what? So if somebody can pull it up as Jeremiah 49 verse 6 or verse 7, sorry.
Well, again, a man said that when I was being tested, when the bomb exploded, he blocked the light. And when he watched his hand, when he was blocking the light, he sees straight through his hand. No, it was like X-ray. You see all the bones and things in the hand when the bomb exploded.
From atomic energy. From atomic energy, you had advances in science and medicine. Because as I said, the X-ray, right? A man say he closed his eyes, right? And he still see. He see everything as there. He saw through his eyelids. Yeah, you understand? And as I say, you know, they show all that in Superman and Man of Steel. When Zod come and, you know, and even Superman, when they see X-ray, right? All that. They see. So everything was advanced. Like how the Most High gave them that technology, and it had them with that creative thinking.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 9 says, behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Which is who he saw. And 2/3 of the people, but yeah. Go ahead. Who's reading Jeremiah 49 for one?
Jeremiah 49 verse 7. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua of hosts, his wisdom no more in Timon, his counsel perished from the prudent, is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes?
Yeah, because part of Israel welfare system. Alright, go ahead. Go ahead.
They're describing Esau and his greedy ways. When he's stealing, he would steal until they don't have anything for anybody else. But you don't read that again.
Says if grape gatherers come to you, would they not leave some gleaning grapes?
Yeah, would they not leave something? Because if Jay thieving something, he would still leave back something. But that's not what Esau. Esau would steal everything. He would steal down to your jaws and all. He would leave you without any resources to catch yourself. That's how if he could steal a spirit, he would do that. That's how if he could chop he's trying to trap a spirit.
Well, what he's trying to do, he's literally trying to do that.
He's literally trying to catch a spirit.
Revelation 18 say what? 18 they say what? That when he destroyed, right, all the merchants going to mourn, and the end is after time word and everything, and also what? The souls of men.
Exactly, the souls of men.
By taking the mark of the beast, it means that you give away your soul to the devil.
Exactly. They don't understand the kind of destruction they're doing when they take that chip, they'll be able to control the same spirit that is linked directly to the Most High. The Most High will no longer be able to. You know that scripture where it says when men in the bed, Most High place the instruction, the Most High will no longer be able to do that. Now Esau could make you could be a girl one day.
and the next day you could be a dog. Just by programming. So no longer, yeah, what you say, Adam? Go ahead. Bring it out to the family.
This is Ezekiel 28 and Sarah verse 3.
Yeah.
And it reads, Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
Yeah.
There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
They can't hide nothing from me no more. Hey, guess what? That little so-called free will you talking about, when you actually waking up from your bed, if you find it fit, you'll never wake up. And wake up when he's ready for you. Just by taking that chip, but they don't understand how that chip will be able to be a thing on your life. He will actually be able to entrap your spirit, your soul, your whole soul. Yeah, go ahead.
With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten the riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasure.
Yeah, because the wisdom that he had, he was able to the wisdom that the Most High gave him, he was able to make slavery his, so he could benefit from slavery. He get rich from taking slaves.
Now going to the statement, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Right? Because why? After we fled Roman persecution in 69, 70 AD into the west coast and the interiors of Africa.
Right.
Esau understood that, guess what? You see these people here? As long as they transgress their power, right? The power not going to defend them.
Yeah.
So that was our ignorance.
Right.
So they had power over us. And it continued, that judgment came because we broke the covenant. Right? Up until this day, but the scripture says, when our time was ended, they continue. Right?
He knew by alright, if I put this in the food and keep them from being clean, because the Most High not going to deal with the people that unclean.
That is a perpetual hatred that the scripture talk about in Amos 1 and 11.
What's up, man? So now you say this. The same way God was doing that to two generations, cut off our forefathers and passing down the truth unto us. But he keep it in his children, passing it down and who we are. And he takes to do to make these people always break the laws of their commandments.
Now all these nations, no, we have last year, deceased Satmaraj. He was what? The leader of the Hindu community. But basically a Hindu, to truly be a Hindu, you had to born an East Indian. You understand? The idolatry was given unto these heathens. Idolatry wasn't given unto us. The Most High give them deceiving spirits unto them. Right?
Okay, the scriptures say because you know he will punish you. He never say he will punish the heathen. He say he will punish you.
Right.
Which is who the Israelites.
So
that is I think it's Isaiah 45. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you know, Esau played that card. They played that card until the time ended and overpassed. So going back to the scripture, he said what? A thief would he not leave gleaning grapes? And what I'm always reading, right? No, gleaning grapes was what part of our welfare system. That you wouldn't clean the whole tree when it's time of the harvest. You will leave some for what? For the poor.
And the wild beasts.
Yeah. You understand? Go ahead, Ak, you was reading Isaiah 49.
Back in Jeremiah.
Sorry, Jeremiah 49, sorry.
It says, Jeremiah 49 verse 9, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough.
Right, so guess what? They didn't leave us. They stole the majority of the nation. Right? And how they overall stole us? They stole our heritage, our language, right? Our history, the names. They lie about the language and lie about the names. So that even though the seed that remained, that was popped and remained in West Coast of Africa, like in places like Senegal, Nigeria, Gold Coast, right? The children are there. They don't know that they're Israelites, except for when the prophets come and speak, right? Now they know that the Spirit bear witness that the reason why they have in Ghana are thriving reggae community, right? You have Ghanaian dub singers, reggae or dancehall singers, right? And why thriving? Because they're spread witness that they're the sons of Yahweh Shemi Shai. They connect with the Jamaicans. They said the second Jamaica on the planet is in Ghana, right? They have an island where they just grow marijuana, and they go to that island, they export it. Certain people profit from it, so they export marijuana, right? And they go there, they smoke and they get high, and they create their reggae and shit and put it out there. That's something, Kwam. Go ahead, Kwam.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2, and verse 6 verse. It says, shall not all these take a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laid it himself with thick clay.
Yeah, that thick clay is the debt that they owe these different nations. Right? Shalom, Yahweh Shemi Shai Brakata. Right? Yeah. That thick clay is debt. You owe these different nations money, and yet still you have heavy tariffs and sanctions on them. Right? You know, you rob, they literally just they fucking pull the rug underneath Maduro. They hit him sanctions, they block him to trade, right? They call him a dictator, evil and wicked, and they seize all his assets in England and in America. They're fucking wicked.
Back to what Daniel was saying, you come and take everything you look in the take.
You see, the scriptures talk about a thief also, man. Really and truly, people really look and see who's the real thief. See, people can't see that because they can't see that because how we have the people that has witchcraft for him. You know what I mean? Using all the things that love him, you know what I mean?
This I'm going down low in the Habakkuk because back to it, you were saying earlier to basically like again, very scripture. It says, woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, and putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunk also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
So the scripture talk about a thief cometh forth, but not to what? Not but to what? Steal and to kill. Right? So they get them that strong drink to look on their nakedness. But the Lord, I think the Lord in either Ezekiel said that he will cover us. He will cover Ezekiel 16 and 10. Ezekiel 16 and 10. Yes, sir. Ezekiel 16 and 10, man.
Because I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shod thee with badger skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and covered thee with silk.
Go ahead.
Because I decked thee also with ornaments.
That's all I didn't hear.
I decked thee also with ornaments, and put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thine head. Thus was thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen, and silk and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey, and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful. Thou didst prosper into a kingdom.
Right, so this was going back in the time, I believe, of Solomon, right? But then Then we went off. We went off after Solomon died, right? Because Solomon himself sinned, and the kingdom was split. Rehoboam and Jeroboam, right? We went into what? Idolatry, and the kingdom was split as prophesied, right? But it was this coming back again here now in this time, right? We've been decked with them fine garments is what? The wisdom, knowledge, and the understanding. Right? So no longer they can look upon the whole nation's nakedness, because they have men like us on the highways and byways, the hopefully elect, doing this work. Right? We've been clothed, we're no longer naked, we're no longer out there without identity. Because what Esau called us what? Negroes. Right? When they look up slave tariffs, they'll see one Negro slave on auction this certain date right? Fresh batch coming, good the ship, whatever, so on and so forth, right? Then they call us what? Niggas when we reach in America. Then they call us what? African Americans, right? Then they call us what? Black, right? They call the others that they dropped off in the different islands, in lands that they dropped off. But we are all Israelites in the west coast of Africa and the interiors. You see? So all that was the nakedness that they put on us. They push that vibration onto the other nations. Because Moab and these other nations, they know who we are. Balak went to Balaam to curse us. Because what? We are the people that beat all these nations in submission. Are we going to do it again? So you have something there? You can go ahead with the 49.
Mistakenly, they try to use our God to curse us.
Yeah, for them devils, them lesser spirits, are the answer to Yahweh.
That's why we can't fear nobody with Bobo fear God.
We don't fear Bobo Shanti. We don't fear fucking Moravian God. We don't fear Baptist God. We don't fear what do you call it? Orisha God.
We don't care either.
You don't like Wakaman. Wakaman say, hey, Jesus Christ is shit. Orisha is shit. Baptist is shit. And righteous.
I know what I'm saying. Your God ain't real. Ain't real. And if people say they're real, you tell them answer to my God.
Yeah, the scripture say,
fuck you up.
Yeah. The scripture say that there's all seducing spirits. There's devils cast out. Right? The scripture say that they deceive and they deceive our mind. So yeah, there's a vibration, there's a demon behind all their fucking idols. But guess what? They have to answer to Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
There's spirits behind all their idols, but they have to answer to our God still.
Right. And our God with us, because according to Deuteronomy 4, they say what nation is so nigh unto thee. Right. Like your power is nigh unto what nation is so nigh unto the people that your God is nigh unto thee. Right? Because he gave us his laws, such as our commandments. He gave us his secret to be in his inner court.
That's why Israelite, you should be able to walk into any way that they say that evil spirit.
And cast it out.
And cast out any evil spirit, because why? Your God is to create them.
This is something going back to identity. Because if they take all of us on one place, the continent that they call Africa now, and we was called a particular people in that one place, and they took all this place on that one piece of place. Or they could distribute us in other places and just name us after the other places, and all of us just keep on one place. But people already start thinking about it too. We all keep on one place, so why when we touch on an island now, we leave this island name now, when everybody is one people.
Cast up the spirit bear witness. That's what the scripture says. Spirit bear witness. Right? Spirit bear witness, he shows the devil.
All these back and then technology is so hard that after the Tosniya slavery, we can be a Tosniya as advanced of all the other nations.
Hey, if the Most High give them that, because whatever they have it of the Most High. Imagine what he have reserved for the nation of Israel.
And that back in time technology. Yeah. Ancient technology, they have that taken and that's modified.
What up?
Right there? Yeah. It says, verse 10.
What?
Jeremiah 49 verse 10, but I have made me subdue, I have uncovered the secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
He can't hide himself.
He can't hide anymore.
He can't hide. You've been identified.
No, we call him out straight out on the internet. So we know who he is.
Yes, stand. All they know is stand the man with the van, in the van is a pedophile in me, so.
I remember when Kolahat used to be down there.
Yeah, come on.
And the dealer they go right gate, Kolahat, come out! I'm like, we're gonna call Esau, Esau, come out!
Done.
You know who he is now?
Yeah.
Nobody can make up the devil.
Yeah.
Nobody can make up the devil. But the Hebrew Israelites, we know who the devil is, we know you is the devil.
Hey, somebody's video I was watching and he brought it out. He said the CIA was trained in deceiving. so that they will bust down different, well, you know that they topple governments and stuff, but they're trained to deceive so that it don't appear to be them.
Yeah.
That's the devil.
That's what the devil
The devil.
do.
Yeah.
He make it.
I know, I'll go ahead with that. Yeah, please
They
up.
have
Yeah, please
nice
up.
good words to make it believe what he say. That's why you call the Hebrews like black. And they put that name on me. And try to demonize the Hebrew Israelites. But guess what? All like part of prophecy. You just going along with the script. So nobody will stop you from doing what you doing. You go and do what you do and condemn your own self. Fall in your own trap. That's what you're doing there, just building on your own pit.
They get your own pit,
Yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, in Psalms they say the pit that they dig for us.
Right.
You gonna fall in it.
Yeah.
Bring it, please up.
This is Ezekiel 16 and verse 37. It said, behold, therefore I will gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure.
Yeah, who's called them lovers? Them lovers, that's what the book is about. It's a love story between the Israelites and the Most High. That's what the book is about. When you say he will gather his lovers. Read that again, huh?
Behold, I will gather all thy lovers
Yeah. Go ahead.
with whom thou hast taken pleasure.
Yeah, who took pleasure with? The Israelites. From
Nah,
the beginning to the end.
nah, that's them heathen nations. Go to somebody go to Revelation chapter 18.
That was reading about?
Yeah, the lovers, yeah.
I know what scripture you're talking about.
Yeah, good.
Another one.
Another one?
The lovers is the merchant nation.
Oh.
All them nations are benefiting in the fact of that the nation is ignorant.
Ezekiel 16, when they talk about he going to lift up, he make negotiation.
Oh, shucks. All right.
I know what scripture.
Let me show you the lovers here. This is Revelation 18 and 11. And matter of fact, chapter 10. Standing afar off, for the fear of judgment, saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon, right? That mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So these are the ones that was in league with him. It says, the merchants of gold and of silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and fine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointment and frankincense. Because these nations, they produce silk, China, India, all these spices, all these different things. These nations, when you go back to Psalms 83, they confederate against us from keeping us from being people. So that's their lovers, the ones that in arms with them. Hey, mash them down. Mash them down. I always bring it out. Years ago, I used to sell clothes. I used to go to New York. I used to go Canal Street, right? I think it was Canal Street and 34th Street. I used to go up in big towers in Manhattan, them big buildings in Manhattan. I used to buy from the Arabs and I used to buy from the Africans. You knock off clothes and you knock off shoes and bring them back in barrel and sell, right? When I go, I used to roll with a lady from down here, right? But she was living out there, and she would go, hey, what's up, my brother? What's up, my brother? Take. You're not my brother, or you're not my sister. You're the children of the slaves. You're the children of the slaves. I hear them personally, Africans and Arabs. Personally, I hear that with my own ears. I didn't know what it mean then, but that's what they used to say. I know what it mean now.
The children of the slaves.
Can't. Yeah, we are the Israelites. The nations know. It says, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. And the fruit of thy soul lusted after and departed from thee. And all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off, the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. Right? So they go and stand far off weeping and wailing because what? Nobody gonna buy this shit no more. Because the greatest consumers on the planet is the nation of Israel. What?
Yeah. Yeah. It said, behold, therefore, I will gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure, and all them that thou hast loved, with all them that thou hast hated, I will even gather them round about against thee, and will discover thy nakedness unto them, that they may see all thy nakedness.
Right.
Yeah. So well, the Most High going to reveal all the nakedness.
All the people who would confederate with them.
Can.
Go expose all of them.
Can.
Alright, okay.
Right now we're being witness at that right now. We're being witness at all the iniquity and all the transgressions that committed against the Most High.
Yeah, for example, Amon responsible for making MSG. MSG and Vetsin. MSG and Vetsin is used to keep the people in a docile state. Calcify your pineal gland. Right? Monsanto was one of the chief companies that was responsible for the atomic bomb.
Plastic, all them plastic food that in China, them egg and all them pig. You understand?
Monsanto it was one of the companies that the general, I think, he had built. Right? If I'm not mistaken, but Monsanto came up and one of the companies that was responsible for what? For making a nuclear fuel. That harnessing the uranium. Right? Now they're responsible for what? Making GMO foods. Right? We have something called autism and Asperger's. That's a sign, that's it's like a mental retardation where you have children suffering from attention deficit disorder and so on and so forth. Right? They don't learn. It's like they're intelligent but they're not apt. They're not cognizant. Right? So these things are what the high sugar diet and the high carb diet and the high metals in your food, right? Because I forget what they said. You got the metals, right? But the heavy metals in the food, right? Monsanto responsible for plenty of these things because what they have seeds, GMO seeds that Monsanto given. They have fertilizer. They have insecticides and all these different things, and guess what? The seed can't grow unless the whole combination of things is used. Right? Now, with all these things put together, you build up that heavy metal in your blood. And that heavy metal decalcifies the pineal gland. Calcifies the pineal gland. And keeps the spiritual center locked. And keeps you in a primal, carnal state. Right? Who do that? Who spend time and money, billions of dollars, to keep the people like that? Esau and Edom. Esau and Edom. Them is the perpetrator. Them is the culprit. Right? And yet still you have niggas on the comment board who want to keep Esau alive. Want Esau in the kingdom. Want to walk hand in hand. Hold him. The scripture say, what? How it go? Yeah. They shall not go unpunished. But that is Jake 2/3. Right? If I'm not mistaken. Well, is a nigga who's support? Sorry, is a brother. I'll call him my brother that locked the understanding. I was talking that Esau born me in the kingdom on the comment board.
You see Esau got me in the kingdom?
Well, basically that's what you're saying. You're saying
well, yeah, that's it.
Do a boar Noel after that. He brought out the scripture. Do a boar Edomite. The word a boar doesn't mean to hate. It doesn't mean to hate. It means it's to detest. And also the Assyrian means what? The Assyrian means the Edomite means Assyrian. Right? Laban was an Assyrian. But he was an Israelite in the land of Assyria, if I'm not mistaken.
Abraham fatherland.
Yeah. Hey, Shalom.
Yeah. And being out here and getting understanding on the whole side. You know, we understanding all the wickedness that all these nations are doing unto us. Taking plastic and making rice. Putting plastic and water and making cabbage. They're taking out they're making what they call it, mineral egg with goop. Mineral egg with goop. Fake a whole bunch of poison. They're feeding the people. And I'm sending these people and gas, CO2 illegal, they'll like, something like a palladium something. They'll do palladium mining by sweeping the road and collecting the dust. And any dust, they find particles of palladium. And palladium is poisonous, is toxic to the body. You understand? Palladium is toxic to the body to a certain degree. You understand? But if you breathe in this every day, you understand? You inhaling all these fumes in your body. Instead you breathe in fresh air, you breathe in fumes. You understand?
A dystopic world.
Dystopic, mad, psychopath. This is his mindset what we live in. He's how he is thinking. Bomb everything, kill everything, overuse everything,
rest.
Come and make everybody just murder, commit adultery. Man.
Is it the music? You remember Mad Max? Mad Max. It's Mad Max, boy. But they play the rock music on the crazy buggies and shit. That's Esau life. That's what life is to Esau.
Make laws, let the day they start in the night, everything backward.
What he thinking just put it out on here? He mind is a fucking dystopic, as you gonna say, psychopath, lunatic, right?
And the woman over justice.
Justice. Huh?
The woman over the men.
The woman over the
wrong everything.
Mad people think.
Yeah, that only mind is
twisted and sick. They're going desert stuff. Desert one set of generator and keep one big festival out there.
Who the hell?
A bonfire.
A bonfire.
Who the hell?
Anything.
Where they have the effigy. The burning man they call it. Right, that's them giving praise. That's not Satan too. That's the same shit they do like in Bohemian Grove.
Why the hell would I want to go to the coolest part of the world? Just to see I went to the coolest part of the world. Let me just say to me, why I go up to the highest mountain jumping off?
Carnal achievement. And a woman, she skydived naked the other day.
Yeah,
jump out of plane naked.
Who the hell where did that?
Some mountain climbing thing now.
Yeah.
Fall along between two rocks and the hand stick. They also cut off the hand.
He's a madman, boy. He's a madman.
He's a madman.
In a hole, I'm a hole. I pull a snake longer than 10 man put together. And talk about the tendency and how they eat. Take up spider and thing with the hand. It was kind of crazy.
Have a man. He claimed to be what? They're doing it for science. To create yeah. He have everything biting him. Any and everything that can bite and sting and have a venom. They line it bite you and then they join it from his blood and thing to work on a vaccine. But that's a lie. They're doing that for biochemical warfare.
I'm
see that?
He make a Santa P bite him on the hand.
A Santa P?
Santa P. A Santa P. What is it? A centipede, right? I'm a little weird.
Centi go back to 100, have 100 legs. Centipede.
Centipede.
Look at
right here. And when the centipede bite him, he almost died. You understand? You know a centipede wouldn't kill him. You understand? The centipede. I found a different rule, yeah? Slack.
That's small thing, this bastard language.
Yeah. When they send the bite them now.
But the nice thing about it is that we can break it down and tell you what it means.
Yeah.
Centi 100, and that's the training that we have. Through the truth.
Yeah. What's up? You understand? When he sent the bite him, you understand? He was going to excruciating pain. He had also stopped he also come up
the video. Yeah. So he vomiting and shitting and all that thing.
He looked at pain he wasn't.
The scripture said tempt not Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're not supposed to be doing them shit. You understand?
The
Yeah, the ants, one of the biggest, baddest ants.
Yeah.
Right? They had the ant bite.
Fire
Yeah,
ants,
fire ants. Yeah, they had the fire ants biting them and shit.
The one I said that could break your bone with a snap.
Yeah, the snapping turtle.
Yeah, but biting them in this thing here. So this man crazy, man.
Yeah, that is so. That is so.
You see one of them when they jumping quicksand.
And he went myself. And he went myself. He went myself. You should really say a fool sir in the heart. There's no going on.
Is that look for a place to come on? And he going down.
Most I say he will laugh at the calamity, you know. That's it, you know. You know, say he will laugh at the calamity.
No, it's a children of your person. A woman shall rule over you. What will them children? That's the children. Talk about it.
Mindset. They that are younger than I have had me use that. Don't say that. They're younger than me.
They that are younger than I.
So Thomas said that.
Hey, Job described him perfectly. He's a child.
Isaiah 24 verse 4 says the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. Change your ordinance.
Yeah, change the ordinance. Make 12 o'clock in the night. At the beginning of the day.
Hey, make fucking yesterday, the day before yesterday, what, the New Year?
Make January a New Year. But calling you a fool on the real day. The real time when supposed to the New Year supposed to come in, you call you a fool.
They make it mockery.
Yeah, you make a mockery. And
April
make a celebrate on
April Fools.
April Fools.
Yeah, but hey, March, April is what? The spring.
Okay.
Right when the plant become new. Why? They say what? You have annular rings. A tree have a ring every year. When it what? Called winter. Is when the whole planet just die, go dormant, go to sleep. Basically, it's hibernate. Right? Winter has come. It's a fall because 4 seasons. It's spring, summer, fall, and then winter. When winter, everything goes to sleep. Right? In the northern hemisphere. Right? Certain parts of the deep southern hemisphere always cold. Right? But in northern hemisphere, we by the tropics, the equator, so we don't experience that, right? What happens is that they have the 4 seasons, right? And what happens in the fall? In fall, everything starts to die out. You see, the trees start to change, the leaves start to change colors and start to drop off. Right? Start to lose the chlorophyll. They start to get orange and drop off and die. And then what? Winter, everything dead and asleep. Right, that's why the animals like the chipmunks and the squirrels and all that, the bears, the bears will eat more and put on fat, right? So that they can enjoy the winter. But the chipmunks and the squirrels, I think they just hide up the nuts and the food, right?
Jeremiah 8 and
they will tell you. Yeah, you understand? That's all. Yeah. So what happens in spring? When the ice starts to thaw and melt, and now that cold, fresh, reviving water comes and starts to go down the streams, fill back up the rivers and the dams, and irrigate the land, what happens? You find that everything comes back to life. Everything flourishes. Right? The whole cycle of life starts over. You have the salmon going upstream, all that kind of stuff.
Even in the ancient days, they only used to count the years. They would say 20. Like
winters.
20 winters ago.
Right.
They always call the last day of the year.
Yeah.
The last season of the year.
Yeah.
As a whole year. That's how there's counted. They say 20 winters ago. And it was movies and they even...
Them things fly over their head. Yeah, they don't connect the dots as they say. Yeah. Right? They say what? The trees. The outer layer of the tree, the bark, they just have a new, and they call it an annular ring. So when they cut the cross section of a tree, you see the rings. The annular, of course, that goes back to a year. Right? So every year there's a new ring, and that new bag just come when in the spring. Right up? That's what I'm saying.
I said, even right here where we live, before rainy season come, you see ants. You understand? You see ants stocking up. If you have peas tree in your yard, and you have ants living around, and it close to rainy season, all leaf on our tree, you can see disappear, all the flowers, everything that they go to everything. You understand? So them know that they're going into another season. You understand?
It says, broken the everlasting covenant.
Jude 30 and 8 says they would children of fools, yet children of base men, they were viler than the earth.
Yeah, they were vile, alright? Homosexual. They're still vile up to this day. You understand? Yeah, they're promoting homosexuals. They're telling you that your child can have the opinion to choose to be a male or a female. You understand? They can change your sex, they can cut off your rod and have a vagina.
In the front, yeah, this fucking ass. Billy D. Williams. He was back when I had the Soul Train. He was announced the Soul Train, I think too. He was oh gosh, I forget his name on Star Wars, the black man on Star Wars. Right? He's saying that he don't see himself as male or female. You understand? So he identifies with any gender. You see, he have a soft spoken side, and then he's a male, and this and that. The other. That's right. You should say, what will a man give for his soul? Gender fluidity.
All the actors and things on Star Wars. They started to give fuck.
They started to fuck each other.
So
everybody had to fuck everybody. So they have a kind of connection or something.
He don't mind. Man, she don't call him boy, girl, she call him it. They, them, theirs.
Legion. Legion. That is a fucking. They use that gender thing for a scapegoat to win the woman person. But the other day, one of them went to the woman person and fuck a whole set of them bitches on them. And that also paving herself by himself. Yeah. They use that.
I transgender. But he didn't fully convert, he still had the rod.
Yeah, he still had the rod.
So he was playing the fool in the
yeah, he
back in the field.
You see that one that bring up this scapegoat?
Yeah.
Not that this yet complicated, but I get the choice and when they get that one scapegoat from and then
I would like to know the meaning.
There's a break up. The apostle break it up. Yeah, the apostle break it up. But if you wanted to break it up.
Yeah.
So he went to the prison and fuck all them women on him. But still, you say release you. You still say these are transgender, which means you are a part of them. You promoting them, you understand? Either you're for your home or you're against your house. Either you're for the Mosai or against the Mosai. You can't be with the Mosai and say he's not transgender.
Hey, that is a mental disorder.
It's spirits, but because we living in this kingdom, right? The spirits are being rebuked, right?
Yeah.
Because the men who set up, the true men who set up to rebuke them spirits is what the prophets and the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? You can't be unclean and try to cast out the unclean. You understand? You're unclean, use a nest for the spirits to jump on you. You understand?
But you want to cast them out.
Yeah, but you want to cast them out.
You eat this pork and come with the cast out that spirit. You laugh at him.
Yeah, so now when the men went on trying to cast out the spirits in the name of Yahushua, you You understand what the Spirit say? That was shy, you know.
God.
Paul, I know. Who the fuck is you?
Who are you?
And they raffle here up. They beat them. They beat the clothes off of them.
God.
You understand? So all the actors go and get reproof.
That's great. You ain't talking about you, you're talking about some other spirits.
Yeah, all the actors go and get reproof. Right? Because they had the guy that when the apostles and they was healing, right? He offered to buy the gift. And the apostles and them rebuked him and they said what? Let you and your money perish. Right? Lest he repent. You and your money should perish unless you repent. Right? You can't buy the talent. Right?
Well, this is 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 1. It says, I charge thee therefore before Yahweh and Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at the appearing and his appearing and his kingdom. Alright, and you were saying, talking about the support to this whole transgender mind. Like if you look at this guy, his name, LeBron James, the next guy. The next faggot.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
He and Gabriel Union.
And they supported his son, the child, being a homosexual. Right? Now the scriptures talk about they give the sons on top of them. Right? Like sacrificing the child.
Hey, so like the only reason Gabriel Union and that because that is Dwayne Wade's son from a previous relationship. She said she might not be done with all that shit. You understand? And he because he not being reproved or he not taking correction because most I'm sure he knows about the Israelites. Right? He's supposed to put our fucking bitch to death, but really actually we can't do that in this wicked ass kingdom. Right? But it's supposed to be rebuking him and not encouraging him. Reading the scriptures to him.
So they like Will Smith do the same thing with his children. Look at his son. He's a son. His son is that. And I mean I was watching a video somebody was talking basically the whole family forced up because they show you how Jada, like you're all masculine and he getting all effeminate. In a sense, it's like a whole gender switch with that family.
I saw somebody was saying that he had sex with his daughter and his son.
Like he had sex with his son, Jada had sex with his daughter. You understand? That is why I'm here. You understand? So the Lord is coming to judge the quick and the dead because the scripture said, I believe in Philippians, we shall all stand before the judgment seat of the Lord for wherever we do judge, whether it's good or bad. You understand? So even we cannot be judged. You understand? But as according to Daniel 12, not all gonna receive the same. Some gonna wake up onto shame and contempt. You understand? Be quick to talk about what the ones that the Lord granted life. When you look up quick means to give life. And the dead is them people who dead in the rush, and wonder, trespass and sins.
So like the scripture say, he that wanted out of the way understanding will remain in the congregation of the dead. And John 6:63 say what? The word is not the spirit that quickeneth. Sorry, it's the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profited little. Leviticus 6:62.
God, okay to wear nail polish too.
Son was basically saying like, you know, if you feel that way, not going to be watching him and basically, you know, you will feel that kind of way, they would say something about it and that kind of thing. So she's trying to say, you know what, the people will come to that. Her son had to be feeling discriminated by when which is supposed to be feeling that way.
A man shall not wear anything but tell it to a woman.
He's not in the right mind. He wants to do it. He wants to do it. But he is ashamed. Guys like them in the closet faggots. They're homosexuals. But they are ashamed to come out and say it. Like this abomination where they talk about some miracle. Hey, the most I should kill the both and treat them in the hospital. Talk about 2 lesbian women and a miracle baby. But the fuck woman can make a baby.
We know when you went to get a fucking baby. What are you talking about?
Or they rub fit and create heat.
write the article too.
It's
They're
cunts.
encouraging that fucking bullshit. Talk about America, they fucking you try and fool with that shit.
That's not being It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 4. And they worship the dragon which gave power unto the beast. And they worship verse 3. And I saw one of his heads was as it was wounded unto death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after that beast. Alright? They wondered after the beast, meaning they love the beast so much that wherever the beast say they're gonna do. And as Sam talk about Esau's philosophy, Esau's doctrine, they believe in that. And as Sam just the other day TI, trying to make sure that the daughter keeps her chastity, and everybody making an uproar for that. You understand? Everybody making an uproar for that.
Esau said there's one pass a law against that.
Against what?
Visiting the like how he was doing it, he visiting that gynecologist with her and checking. There was one, Esau said there was going to make a law against that, against being able to do that as a parent.
That's something. Right. This Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. It says, Yahweh had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
That's like back to our Romans 1. Stand the scripture, say the Lord gave them over to
Perverse spirit.
can. You understand? But back to Revelation, it said verse 4, and they worship the dragon which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with the beast? Now they might say it with their words, but guess what? They believe in America's system.
Pride.
You understand? They believe in it. They support in that system. You understand? Guess what? All the ways of Esau against, it opposed to the scriptures, it opposed to the ways of the Most High. And guess what? They're done with that. And to show that they're done with it, what they will say, they say the Bible. They believe in the Bible, you know, but then they will say that like for people back then. But then put the Bible down. If it's some people back then, put it down, don't deal with it. You understand? Don't deal with it. Yeah, and that's how they're hypocrites.
You could be living in the West as to remove from living in the West as you had to remove from the East from living a certain way. If you want to do all your madness, you have to go down in the West. You understand?
Yeah, that's fact. Because there's a real undercover from right in the East in Gandhi coming to town and moving us. They don't want to be seen in Gandhi.
And that's spiritual too, because East is what? East is on the right hand, West is on the left hand. Right? When they stand up facing north. So righteousness in the east and wickedness in the west. Right?
Where a woman, for them Muslims and them, they will kill the father, will kill the daughter, the son will kill the daughter. You know? Yeah. If they catch them and cannot fall and thing. But they get away from that, they will go down in America. Everything goes down there.
They had a porn actor, Maya Khalifa. She was on BBC. Right? But she can't go back to Saudi Arabia. She can't go back to she home. She's an Ishmaelite. She can't go back because she was acting porn. And she was acting as a fucking Ishmaelite, as an Arab. She was acting under the category Arab porn with fucking hijab and thing on. You understand? But she went into it. She worked years in porn. And all she got from it was $1,200. That's what she said. Right? Because
I wouldn't know that because some people was interviewing a porn star.
On BBC?
Not on BBC.
A woman?
A woman.
With glasses?
I don't think she had glasses, you know. She was in porn for almost some years. She living under the Bridgetown Bridge.
No,
like a vagrant.
Yeah, but she get death threats and things. The Israelites in plane, they say, don't come back here. Matter of fact, if they really want her, they will hunt her down and kill her. They will hunt her down and kill her. Right? East will play.
East will play. West slack.
Yeah, nah.
Anything goes over here.
Right judgment.
But then come and both say Jeremiah 46 and 20.
I'm a precept. I'm a prime minister. This is Isaiah 31:1. They say, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. You understand? So they go down in Egypt. You understand? As you can say, for folly. You know? Basically for help to be what, millionaires. To become a millionaire. And what the brother said, she only received $1,200.
I want to read the precept of the comment board from the brother Carl Daniel. He said what Jeremiah 46:28. Fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, say the Lord, for I am with thee, for I will make a full end of all nations, whether I have driven thee. But I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure. Yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished. Can't tell that.
What's I say? Something getting more cycle all out on us. You'll be in the grave.
Yeah, we'll have no. You go against his promise.
Can't.
Right? Because if he didn't leave the remnant, right? The whole of Israel would get judged and they're put to death. But there's a reason why the 144,000 elect out here. Because there's a remnant, a promised seed. Right?
If the righteous case to be saved, we shall take it stand. As he was speaking a while back, you know, scripture said that so this way was made for many, the road to come for few. So hey, when you have a bag of mangoes, they was choosing the best ones, and the only Lord can do, he can choose the best. You understand? He don't know nothing about no soft spot, and no black eye,
no blemish.
Blemish, can. You know? Quick speech, no blemish.
Sacrifice. And he brought to the water, he could not blemish. Could not blemish. Sacrifice back then, lamb, whatever it was. That was to be without spot, no blemish. We presented my body to a living sacrifice. A living sacrifice. Son?
Most times it's a type of power when you give him something. You want the best. You want the best. Yeah. You know halfway thing. You want the best. You want all. Understand? He know the level of power that he putting into the body. And he know the potential that he could give. He know, you know, how much he could put out because he put it in. You understand? And now we say as much as given, much as required.
It's James 1:27. Pure religion and undefiled before Yahweh and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep thyself unspotted from the world.
Yeah, unspotted from the world. This world full of thing. Scripture says, use this world but don't abuse it. This world full of spots and blemishes. If you pay too much into this world, you won't forget to find yourself. So you have to balance it, but hey, for you to the point where Most High first. This world had to come way down the line. Most High first.
John 17:15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from evil, from the evil. You understand? So as you say, scripture talking about the sin that so easily beset us. You understand? So we're in the world, but we're not gonna, you know, we're gonna be virgins in this book, and it's going to come out in this perverse kingdom. You understand? We're gonna maintain our ways before the Lord. You understand? As he is so in this world. So John Matthew 5:58 or 48. It says, be perfect as your Father in heaven is heaven. This is your Father in heaven is perfect. So that is how we have to be. We have a form of godliness. Because the scriptures talk about the measure of Yahweh Shai. You understand? So we had a measure up to Yahweh Shai standards.
When Yahweh Shai told us to do, we say, feed my flock. Like say, feed my flock. You understand? You tell Peter, hey, feed my flock. Okay, what's a command? Feed the sheep, feed the sheep, feed the flock. You can't. Understand? So we are these shepherds, we are shepherds. Understand? Hey, shall give the command and we are to follow what he said. Call himself. So they are well doing that. The apostle call himself, put himself in the step of a sheep. As I say, we are in the church, man. We are in the sheep for the young father. Sheep. As later on in life, I remember the other see a man respond to the sheep and the sheep. So on. Calling Allah and all kind of things. Don't get an language and the sheep just lie down. Right? Bring 50 different sheep. I will sheep just lie down so, or next so, possible true. Paul say, I am now ready to work.
Yeah, because before he was ready to be offered, he said he would have liked to die, but for the benefit of the brotherhood, he would have stayed. I think I was in Romans.
But then when it was time to die, he said, what, he ready to be offered. Offered as to who? As a sacrifice.
He said, well, he ran the race, he finished his course.
Of course, yeah. And now he put himself as a sheep for the Heavenly Father, for his shepherd. That is our shepherd, they have a Hashem Yahushai. So when it comes down to it, and life requires the other people. Also, as brother was saying, a shepherd, because they go out and brothers come in, lead by example.
The brother only come and bring out Psalms 2. I'm going to read Psalms 112. It says, kiss the Son lest he be angry and he perish from the way. When his wrath is kindled, but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Right? Just kiss his Son. To kiss is with what? Join two. To bring together. To touch gently. Right? So, as the brother was saying, feed the sheep, feed the lamb. Right? Oh, you're doing that by what? You have to study first. You have to make this. You have to fast. You have to pray. You have to learn. You have to eat the whole roll, and then they come out and they teach. When they are converted, when thou art converted, teach. You understand?
It's Acts 21 verse 11. And when he was come unto us, he took Paul's girdle and bound his own hands and feet and said, thus saith the Holy Spirit, so shall the Jews at Jerusalem bind the man that owneth this girdle, and shall deliver him into the hand of the Gentiles. And when we heard these things, both we and they of that place besought him not to go up to Jerusalem. Then Paul answered, what need me to weep and to break my heart? For I am ready not to be bound only, but also to die at Jerusalem for the name of Yahushua.
By the way, it will come down to at the end of the day, faith. When we tested to that point, we might have to lose your life for Yahushua. Faithful unto them. And I think me personally, I'm meditating on it. Because it's coming on to that time, man. I know that's a spirit right.
Crunch time.
Crunch time.
This is the reality of life.
Reality. You might have some point in time, faith will be tested till you die for your passion.
Hey.
So you had to strengthen your mind.
Put it in the spirit, because like you had great men like Abraham. The scripture speak about him being faithful. When Abraham was tested, what he did, he without even flinching, you know, he take Isaac and carry him up and make the altar, put him on it and draw the knife. You know, and the Lord right there and then give him an alternative, the lamb. You understand? Which we all know that was a figurative for what? Yahushua's role, because he was Isaac then, right? But his role in the future as Yahushua, he was going to be that sacrificial lamb for the whole nation. But the point that I go join out is that when the Lord test him or prove him, he was found faithful.
understand? And what could happen? Right? So you're preparing yourself. It says Luke chapter 12, verse 39. And this know that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not have suffered his house to be broken through. You understand? So now think of that house like your body. So you know it's gonna say you have a shed like a man. So now you like a good man, you're preparing yourself. All of us preparing ourselves mentally for that time. So that when the hour comes and we get caught up in the concentration camp, that will be the Lord's will. You know, we already, as the scriptures say, we are fully persuaded. We don't ready to die. You understand? Because we don't made up, we don't how to say, prepare our mind, condition our mind for the time that we enter into. But if for 2/3, guess what? They're gonna break. All the so-called gangsters and looters and all them so-called shooters, them bad boys. And them day, guess what? They're gonna break. They're gonna break under pressure.
You know, prove that they see that changing of that $100 bill, that 14 days for the $100 bill. It show you. Gangsters was the first to go and get the fucking bills changed. Before send new hundreds, polymer. You understand? They must be first to do it. You understand? Because they don't fucking, they're not, the eyes are open. You understand? They still believe in they believe in Egypt. You understand? So they're going to trust in the system. They're going to say, alright, the system said chip. But guess what? They carry the racket on the fucking chip. But Jake being Jake before all things, will find some way to add fucking credits to the chip. Then Jake. But nevertheless, as I say, you know, you have that foundation. Basically, you're working on that foundation. And then another thing too, you know, everything is going to be made manifest. All these false camps, these false Israelite camps that claim to be apostles and are not, that claim to be sent and were not, right? They're going to be made manifest, right? Because when that time comes, their foundation, they're going to slip away from them. The scripture said, talk about they that building their house upon the rock and they that build their house upon the sand, right? Because you have Israelite groups that are saying that there's not going to have a time of Jacob trouble. You have Israelite groups that are saying that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast. Is what? Is an embargo, right? The RFID chip is part of it, but not the whole thing. You have all these different false doctrines coming out. But they're going to be proved, they're going to be tested.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 12. Or if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Right, you see that's the point right there. It shall be the work. Your 10 years, your 25 years, your 30 years, your 2 years, your 1 year, your 6 months of work on the highways and byways, constantly praying and fasting, constantly seeking wisdom, knowledge and understanding, constantly keeping the temple clean by fasting and eating the right foods, right? Then all that is going to be tried, it's going to be proven by fire. The ultimate test is that if you remain, you're going to get burnt up. If you be delivered, you're going to, it means that you was following the right doctrine, you was predestined, and you was designated to what? To be saved. Go ahead,
It says, and if any man's work abide, which he had built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
He shall receive a reward, which is what? The kingdom.
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of the ministry. He says, for I am not ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahushua, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto them that also love his appearing.
Right.
From I say this, now you notice how Paul is speaking. He's speaking boldly. He said, a crown laid up for me. He said not a hope. He said not a crown laid up for me because why? He have faith in the work that he put up. you have faith that guess what? He made, as the scripture says, make full proof of the ministry. He didn't take time off. You understand?
He was sincere.
You understand? He didn't do it until I was in Philippians. When he said he didn't do it against his will. He didn't do it against his will. That's why he called himself a prisoner of the Lord. You understand? And not only that, like you come in with truth, and as you learn to teach scriptures, you feel like you're better than the men that taught you. It don't work like that. You understand? It don't work like that. And that's how the Most High is working. The Most High is working marvelous. That the Lord might just give you one scripture and give you the understanding of it. I know the apostles, they might be revealed to them at that point. But the Most High give you to test you. I know you do with it. It's like you throw the ball and you fumble with it and you drop the ball because why you believe you better than the apostle. Just one precept. Just one precept. You understand? And that is it. And guess what? The Most High giving us this thing gradually. You understand? So if the apostles, like back then, I think it was, I can't remember what nice, yeah. When it says Jacob face shall not wax pale. That's how you see that we talk about they will be like Edomites. You understand? But then that changed. Let's say somebody before Apostle Jack came out and he said, hey, that don't mean that. And then the apostle came and said, hey, you're right. And I say, see the apostles, they're going up. And that is what the Most High is doing. You people who caught up in their own minds. You understand? He is basically sift you out because inwardly your heart is really to be the envy position of the apostles.
Vanity.
I mean, the scripture says envy go spiritual gifts. Cover spiritual gifts. Alright? But you coveting it like, hey, now you are the apostles out to the understand?
Yeah, like brothers, let's take that scripture. I have now become You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about sincerity. Scripture says glory in that. How it go? Glory that you come into the understanding, no glory that you not glory. And then he say, don't glory as though you attain it. I think Paul will say that, don't glory as though you attain it, but just glory that you come into the understanding. You understand? And then what?
I was just going to say the scripture, you don't talk about both sides you want to do, that's the promotion.
Yeah, promotion coming from your ambition.
Mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
Hey, go glory. The scripture talk about men who commending themselves with themselves.
Right.
You understand? So that go back into being vain. You understand? It's not of that. It's better another man praise thee. You understand? The scripture even talk about it in Sirach when any company are great men, go seek the chief seat. You understand? But then be called up. And then what? When they speak, say little. Yeah, when they call up, let them call upon you twice. Yeah, and let your words be few and precise. Yeah, you understand? That even the great men will marvel.
Yeah, don't try to put yourself up with great men.
Yeah. All these camps like Adam Abbott, 4P and all this, you know, they come out, you know. 4P have roots from the old school, but Adam Abbott learned underneath GMS. Sakari, all these men, all the fresh up things, unless they repent, unless the Most High unless they are really of the predestined elect, you understand? And the Most High set them up to do whatever, but right now it can't apparently be that way because the Most High have order. As it is in heaven, so shall it be in earth. And what there's order in the kingdom. There's order in heaven, so there's going to be order in the kingdom. So the Most High set up his order through the hierarchy of Great Millstone. Because that's where the prophecy is coming.
It's Psalms 37 verse 16. a little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. And just to like, you know, come to like knowledge. A man might come in and he might just have a basic understanding. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Israel. You have a Shimei and Shai going out blazing with that. You understand? Just like the guy.
Faith as small as a mustard seed.
You understand? It's going to increase because the most is going to increase. You understand? The Lord going to get an increase. And he give it day by day. He's going to say, he's going to give you liberally. You understand? No, he cannot give you liberally. You understand? But that little that you had, he's not going to boast in that. He's going to boast in Yahushua. He's not going to boast in himself. You understand? And that is a good thing. He's not going to boast in himself.
So to say better that our next man commend thee.
But the most I know who he has given knowledge to. And that's why he gave it to Paul. But I mean, he said, I know what he mean by, but he said, servant of Satan to buffet that he don't get proud. And I said, he give him a thorn in his side. So that he don't get proud because he have all the revelations.
Also the fact that Paul was a persecutor of the church. So it would have given him a great amount of humility to know that, hey, I was once killing the Most High people now, but so all that in the back of his mind to keep him in check. In Sirach, no, sorry, 2 16, they say, what? Let not your sins weigh you down. And they have an next scripture that say, that describe the sins as what? As bands. You understand? So, as a man who was a zealot in the past, now coming into the understanding, it will keep him in a form of humility too.
This is John chapter 3 and 27. It says, and John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven.
Right, and James 1 and 4, or 1 and 3. James 1 and something says what? All good gifts comes from the Father of lights. 17. Right. All good gifts comes from the Father of lights. What's a good gift? This was some knowledge and understanding. You understand?
This is 2 Timothy chapter 1. Verse 9. It says, God saved us and called us with a holy calling, not according to works, to our works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was given us in Mashiach Yahushua before the world began. And you look up that word, go back to Chronos, before the times. You understand? So, let's go back to the beginning. So that does show Yahushua didn't just come to save random people. Yahushua didn't just come just to waste the blood. Yahushua didn't waste the blood. To say, well, I said it for 2/3, like how people believe that he came onto his own and his own received him. Not that. Yahushua died for men like Paul that didn't receive him.
And not the Edomites.
You understand? Men like Paul. Because Paul rejected Yahushua. You understand? When the apostles was teaching Yahushua, Paul was putting them to death. You understand? So Paul rejected Yahushua. That is who Yahushua died for. Men like Paul. Not for the average. Hey, to prove that. To prove that.
I knew he was talking about when he said, forgive them. I don't know what they're doing.
Swing it right back there.
Right back there.
Not the Romans.
This is boom, 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 boom. Talk. Find it. This is Acts chapter 2 verse 34. For David is not ascended into the heaven, but he said himself, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said unto my Lord, sit thou on my right hand, until I make thy foes thy footstool. Therefore, let all the house of Israel know assuredly that Yahweh had made the same Yahushua whom ye have crucified, both Lord and Mashiach. She said the one that you crucified. You understand? It says, now when they heard this, they were pricked in their heart. So that showed it had people there who really was saying, hey, crucify him. You understand? Because if they was always done with it, they would not have been pricked in the heart. You understand? And said unto Peter and to the rest of the apostles, men and brethren, what shall we do? Then Peter said unto them, repent and be baptized every one of you in the name of Yahushua Mashiach for the remission of sins. And ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. For the promise is unto you and to your children and to all that are far off, even as many as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall call. And I'm talking about the other nations. And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourself from this untoward generation. Then they that gladly received his word were baptized, and the same day were added unto them about 3,000 souls. But the point is that it had people there that were persecuting Yahushua, and then they came and believed. So that is why the Lord said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
See, that is the Spirit bringing out. That's how all come back.
Yeah, that is Spirit. Remember the Spirit that the kid against the different police, they don't remember who they was. They didn't know.
Hey, and I remember I just read in Timothy, said that grace that the Lord gave them before the world began. Understand? But then Yahushua pray. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but them that thou hast given me. That's who Yahushua pray for. You pray for the elect and the 1/3. You understand? 2/3 of Israel is not my people. They're not my people. So when I see niggas dying, I don't really feel a hoe because they're not my people. You understand? The 1/3 is my people.
That's right.
The scriptures say, elect to the Most High, the Israel are the Most High. They are not all Israel.
That are Israel. And you know when you're going to see that? In the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? As I was explaining, I think it was to this brother here this morning. When the time of Jacob's trouble starts, right? You're not going to keep camp, right? When we had to flee as pilgrims in the land, you're not going to keep camps with a 2/3. Because you might leave a 2/3 to guard the woman and the children and the food. When you come back, you eat out all the food and rape your daughter and your wife. You understand? You want to gonna have that common knowledge, that same understanding, right? And they will keep post, keep watch in the spirit, and they're gonna be praying for you while you're out there and praying for their safety and the safety of the camp. You understand? These fucking people gonna turn primal and fucking beast-like.
You might do that, and then the Lord might judge you. Because like in the time of Joshua, when they went and when they destroyed, I think it was Jericho, and you don't tell them don't take nothing. It had this actual.
Yeah, take the arm.
Actual, I think the name is.
Take it and hide it.
The clothes and the idols and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you might be keeping camp with 2/3, and while you pray to Yahushua Shai, them praying to Jesus and Allah, and you go sign down with that. And the Lord sort of said, havoc your way because you're among them. Yeah. That's why the scripture say, be therefore separate.
When they read the book of Revelation, when they read the book of Revelation, Lord say, hey, even the big gods and judges. So as the brother was saying, Israel is 2/3 of them is now be people. 2/3 of them going to come back and be prince. But we elect them going to be gods, Al-Hayyam. You understand? They're going to be the rulers, the powers, Al-Hayyam, or the earth. You understand? But the Israel, the 2/3 of them going to come back and be Israel. The Asherah, he prince of the power. And the elect, them going to be the powers. Because what the Lord say? He will give us the heathens. You understand? He will make us prince, priests. You understand? He say he will make us gods. So when he elect, they establish from the Asherah, there will be Al-Hayyam, gods. You understand? And the 2/3, them could just remain the Asherah, he prince of the power. They're going to be the prince, the Asherah, but we elect them to be the gods and the powers. You understand? Because them will be in control of all things and everything in the universe. You understand? Everything will be established through them, just like it was in the beginning. You understand? They have to come through Al-Hayyam first before they get to Yahushua or the apostles.
These are they that stood stiffly for the name of Yahushua, Now they stand as what? The stars of heaven.
Because that levels.
Yeah, just like how Elam might have a caste system. You rightfully said. The elect gonna be gods. Right? So yeah, you're gonna have Israelites that are gonna be the truth is gonna be above all these heathens, but they're not gonna have that spiritual power. They're not gonna have chariots over the dwelling places. They're not gonna have all that glories. The elect gonna have them things.
I was watching this what do you movie name? Samson. I was watching that yesterday.
The dark one, the latest one. So yeah.
The latest one. I mean, I think the guy was an Edomite, but he have a native look.
Yeah.
He have a native
I think they say he was Native American, I don't know.
Native American.
I think they say so he was a
British model or something like that.
I don't know. To me, I hear they say he was a Reuben or God or something like that.
Okay, alright. Well, I'll look at it. When he destroyed the 1,000 prince, when the prince went back to his father, he said, I've seen a God.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And we tell you why. He said, the wife said, at that time, the wife was Delilah.
Yeah.
But she said, you don't fear Dagon. He said, no, I don't fear Dagon. You understand? She said, well, you fear another? He said, yeah. You understand? He said, that is a God. He said, he's a God. He said, I've seen a God.
Yeah, I don't watch back over them flex, but I saw that movie and that probably slipped my mind.
That's when he killed the thousands of the cliff.
Yeah.
When he went back and he patched over his eye, telling the wife, he said, I've seen a God.
Son? But I flick back Man of Steel. I had plenty of things that passed in Man of Steel. Yeah? Man of Steel, that's the Superman the other day. Yeah, it had plenty messages there. But that whole Kal-El, the Genesis chamber and everything. It's all us. It's only Yasharala. Israel.
Hey, when you went to the which end though? What she said she see
God's
coming up.
Yeah. That's Samuel.
Yeah.
When Arya bug out, the local Arya, when he bug out, after the day of atonement, right at the end of the day of atonement, first glass of wine, he started to spew madness. He said, when Saul went to the witch end, no, she didn't pull up Saul. She didn't pull up Samuel. I said, how she didn't pull up Samuel? Because Saul went to the wrong medium. I said, but when you look at the word there, right? You're going to Saul, it goes to what? God. When you're going to Samuel, it goes to God, judges, prophet. It goes into all these things. I said that was Samuel. When you look up Samuel in the beginning with Elkanah, and when it was going to Eli and she was bringing up the son because she was barren, and then she promised the Lord that she have a son thing, and the son was Samuel. When you look it up, it's the same number, same word, same meaning. Judges, gods, prophets. So what are you talking about? And then he went on and started to spew out the apostles of Great Millstone who appointed them apostles. When was that ceremony? I said, what are you talking about? And he just bug out there, and I was here. He just walk away from this and started to talk madness, calling upon another God now. You understand? Yahweh Shemi Yahushua is great and greatly to be feared.
I still look up to that brother, you know. He and Ashley saw us together. I still look up to that brother. You know? To me, that brother was a strong brother. Battling thing, yeah. Yahweh Shemi Yahushua got the third thing. Serious and getting into it, you know. But then that brother, who's here, chosen and who's not. Brother gone.
Jeremiah 12 verse 8. We're back into it says, my heritage is unto me as a lion in the forest. It cried out against me. Therefore have I hated it.
The scripture said the remnant of Israel are going to be like lions among the sheep. Right? They're going to tear. They're going to tear his son, his eater. Yeah. That's why we brought that out last week. Israel like sleeper cells. Yasharala like sleeper cells. Like brother named Campbell.
And guess what? They're stirring up that spirit. Now the scripture says, who shall rouse him up? Hey, guess what? Them doing that purpose, especially in America with them police, them doing that purposely. Because I was watching that video today where a guy working at a train station and eating a burger and police and just
lock him up.
Harassing him and like, what? And then about 3 of them come and lock up him and they come and eat and then when he bring in the video, start to go viral and where people come on the same train station eating burgers. So I was saying, they should come and lock all of us up for eating burgers.
You understand?
And to the next one, man, in the yard, in the apartment,
Same thing.
we're good.
You was picking up trash?
No.
No.
Yeah, see that one too.
The man was fixing the car in the yard, the apartment we rented. 3 police come and lock him up. Rushing the man to the body.
But a man was playing music in his own garage with the garage door closed. And they shoot him and kill him behind.
You know what's the charge?
What?
They said the man loitering.
Well, here the one I'm talking about.
So how I loitering and I in the yard, why living? I said, you know what the word loitering? He looked it up. He said, and I can't even go in my own yard now.
The one I'm on see, break it up.
Yeah. Jake in the yard.
Going to college, he was going to college and living in the apartment and working for the college. Right.
Picking up trash.
The picker.
Yeah, picker. And the might police and them saying you have a weapon, and if you don't put on that weapon, you shoot him, they have a gun point.
It was one at first, there was 1 or 2.
One alone? Yeah.
One alone. And then he called for the fucking, if you see the battalion that come, everybody surround him. He said, for what? What is for? Are you working here? Are you living here? You understand? He said, have any proof to show that you're living here? Now if you're going to college, right? And the college is out of state and you're renting. You're living in the apartment there. Your ID wouldn't say that you're living there. Your ID would say that you're living where you come from. And then when he explained that to him. You understand? And he fucking need a mic. What? To show how wicked it was, if you remember when the college professor come and he said, this is a student in the university and he works for the university. He either might come and say, come say what? Right? Well, you kind of agitated right now and like I said, so we're going to here for a while and then we don't want to do anything. Yeah. So we just want to cool up. All they raise him up. All they get raised up because the man explained the same thing the fucking white. Or either Mike, the professor come and tell all them. He explained that to all them. And all they bring a battalion, 25 men to kill one fucking man. The man say, one weapon. He said, is the picker using to pick up the litter because this is my job. To pick up the litter around the apartment. They were live. They were go to school. Fucking either Mike.
I remember when we were at the train station. After they arrest the man for eating the burger. When the man keeps stressing that we arrest him for eating a burger, he said no. He said you fit a description. Because they got called that somebody on this same station created disturbance. And he fit the description.
You see? So the motive has changed. Now, you know what it does do? You see when reports like that come out, they have a movie called Fruitvale Station. So you see Killmonger from Black Panther. That was one of the first movies he starred in. When he was killed, he had a girlfriend, a Hispanic girlfriend, and he had a daughter, right? And what happened when he had his daughter, he put off the old man which used to sell drugs, and then times was getting real hard, and he slipped for a moment, and I think he get the drugs. He said he was going to go back into it just to make a change, and then he ended up taking the drugs and just throwing it away, right? And he tried his best to go on the straight and narrow. And that night, same oppression on the train. They stopped the train walking through. Fruitvale, I never make it over. I know the original. But what it does do, you see like how you had that there, they were trying to push that on cable. They were trying to push that. They were trying to push them videos. 12 Years a Slave, they were trying to push them kind of videos to stir up your spirit.
I want to see that, you know Bonnie and Clyde?
Oh, yeah, with the two Jake. Them things be Slim and Shade. Slim and Shade. Queen and Slim, yeah. Right.
Yes, Queen and
them movies out, you know. Yeah. Because the movies out, what is going, right? In America they're gonna release the movies, but not all cinemas just have it. Certain cinemas where when they listen to the apostles they might say, right, a certain cinema apostle might have gone and see it. And it had plenty of Edomites there. So in certain cinemas in certain states and shit. But what I realized, you see them movie apps that we have? Because I saw the Day Shall Come. I saw it not too long after that we found out about it. Right? The Day Shall Come. right? I watch it. And you see the whole motive of fucking Esau. That next movie that they were starting to push too. Where they're showing you that they had nothing against the man. But they put him in a situation where he had, well, he was in a situation where he had no money to pay rent, nothing. So the whole, everything was on him, right? Everything was on him. And then they come and they was imposing, and then guess what? The CIA, they had a bad, well, the managers or whoever it was, the supervisors at the time, they had like they was doing shit. And they needed one thing to like, to get back up on top, right? And they framed the fucking man. He went to jail, and his supporters, his wife, his daughter, everybody.
The scriptures. Let me read it first and then I'll see what I see. This is this is Lamentation. Oh God, you skip this
What?
Just
this is the book of Isaiah 59 and verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up his standard against him.
Standard is a pushing back spiritual powers. So this is Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword and the gun, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. You understand? And we iniquity have an end because the Lord returned unto us for good. The Lord raising us up. But guess what? They further in their affliction. You understand? But guess what? Is the Most High putting that spirit on them to rouse us up. Because one thing they like to say is unlike majority of these videos with these cop shootings and the oppression that the police be putting people through, putting jail through, it's either might be coming out and talking about it and then be talking about white privilege. I don't give a fuck if you're talking on jail behalf. You went into slavery too. You understand? And I'm glad the Most High doing that to stir up pure mind, pure hatred towards Esau. You understand? So that the day when the Lord, Yahushua, comes and puts you in slavery, we remember my words. So don't cut the video and say what you say. When the Lord Yahushua come in chariots, so-called UFOs, and destroy the Lord Yahushua, the one the called Jesus, come and destroy America, not us. Yahushua destroy America. Then we're gonna reap the benefits because we're gonna oppress your ass on a different level in the kingdom. That's right. Understand? If you think you're oppressing us, you ain't no oppression yet. We're gonna give you etymology of the word oppression in the kingdom.
That's right. This is hopefully coming board. Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood is defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shedded it. Yeah.
This is the book of Malachi 4 and verse 13.
Book of who?
Micah, Micah. Yeah. Here is 4 and 13. It says, arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate the gain unto Yahweh, and their substance unto Yahweh of the whole earth, unto the power of the whole earth. You understand? So hey, most I can make a power iron. So you imagine you fighting a man whose strength is like iron, flesh is like iron.
The scripture says that a cruel messenger will send against them. But we go be the cruel messengers. You want to look up the etymology of the word cruel, it means stern. You understand? Suffering death. And the scriptures in Revelation 2:25, they talk about our iron. They say what a cool, most rigorous rule with cruelty. You understand? They say incline or willing to make another suffer. So we're going to make you suffer. This was to inflict suffering, mental or physical. Mental and physical in the kingdom. And on any sentient being. It says rude, unfeeling. We ain't gonna have feelings for you. We ain't gonna have mercy for you. La akasala adawamyam. No mercy. You understand? It says hard-hearted, rough, raw, bloody. You understand? With the scripture saying Psalms 58, the righteous shall rejoice. When he sees the vengeance, he shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. You understand? If you think you could get all bloody from whipping our backs, hey Esau, we're gonna be creative in that. We're gonna be creative in that. We're gonna have whips with hooks on the end of it with pepper and currant. Yeah, we're gonna bring back the dark ages. You understand? We're gonna bring back the torture methods in the dark ages. You understand? And as I always say, you're gonna have to have Edomite breeding farms because Edomites gonna be dying by the thousands daily. Hey, guess what? You know, right now Esau have a schedule for sex. You're gonna have a schedule for sex. You're gonna just want to have sex every live long day.
Bring it back. The other time I put some the chrome wire, the wire to light bulb and slap on some current. Why in the kingdom them they go be, you know? The pleasure in different ways.
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
Yeah. So all he said you will be able to command spirit. Make them speak up. You have a bowl and shake it up with 6 million. Different pieces of paper ways to die and had them everybody pick.
We're bringing them to the point of death. Making holding them underwater until they reach just the point where they're going to drown and take them back out. Catch your breath, send you back down. If it doesn't have the torture in you.
They already doing us that. As you gotta say, Revelation 13 verse 10.
I ain't even gonna have Esau working. Esau gonna be on my plantation just for fun. You're gonna just be suffering. You understand? You're gonna be the scarecrow in the kingdom.
Yeah, torture plantation.
You're gonna be hung up. This scarecrow just be the sun and a pole. That's how you're gonna be. You understand?
In that planets all day, with one side is just darkness and the next side is like all year, every day, all day.
Hey, we're gonna be seeing the same thing. Just like we did to the Native Americans. When you cut the baby out of the womb and betting to see who will die first, the baby or the mother. We're gonna do the same thing to you.
So now every day.
Hey, we're gonna have a new game called Intergalactic Football. And that's how we're gonna take in newborn babies, and our brother might be on Venus, one here on Earth, one on Jupiter. We play football through the planets. And that's how with your babies.
Some stargates and we can
see if you can hit them for 6. Home run. Home run, because the scripture say we shall dash the babies against a wall.
Hey, Isaiah 33. Yeah. And that's sad they go when Isaiah 33 and 1. Say when they cease to do deal treacherously, they're gonna deal treacherously with you.
Yeah, and all this is still righteous conversation because the scripture say we will meditate terror. Right? This is meditating your terror, Esau.
For the kingdom.
Yeah, for the kingdom come when we in power, when we have power. You understand?
It says Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 10. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem El Shai, and it shall come to pass that at that same time things shall come to thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. You understand? I will be thinking towards the Edomites. You understand? Probably 2/3 who talk about oh you bro, we no brothers to us. That brother the covenant done broke.
Huh? Yeah, that came back. That was we started off I guess he said shalom. She said shalom, right? And then he went into, he saw that scripture, Noah Edomite at the beginning.
Noah Edomite. Hey, guess what? Even in the scripture, they said that they don't broke that covenant. Tell the Mosai when he said he hate Esau. Tell the Mosai about that. Understand? Don't take it away. We take it away with the Mosai. Understand? I hate Esau. I hate Esau's stinking guts.
That's right.
Right? So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash. I give double honors to the apostles of greatness and rule well. Salutations to the men of the Oakland sincere elect. This is Brother Somebody Trinidad camp. Alright, out here waiting, in season, out season, until the coming of Yahushai, like the good watchers at the house. Alright, saying shalom to the elect, double honors to the apostles of great millstone that do rule well. Alright, Mawatla Babal, Mawatla Rawamya, Mawatla Mawayam. Alright, hey, until the time Yahushai come to bring judgment upon the world, it's shalom to the
Mawatla Babal.
You want to cry, Esau?
Boop.